Let's unplug from here, mental redesign. Your memories disintegrate. We'll stare eye to eye, connect mind to mind. Reclaiming time as love is amplified. Whole system shutting down and lost beneath the sound. We're leaning in and whisper our countdown. 3, 2, 1. We've crossed over the borderline this time, leaving this place as our worlds are realigned. We drift into euphoria. We drift into euphoria. We drift into everything shut down, surrounded by the sound. Leaning in, we whisper our countdown. We've crossed over the borderline this time, leaving this place as our worlds are realigned. We drift into euphoria. We drift into euphoria. We drift into
Laying here, it's hard to see what kind of man I used to be. Now an empty void of fear. How can a mind just disappear? Dark and hazy city nights, immersed in the neon lights. People in the shadows fight a higher cause to change our lives. Close my eyes, I try to sleep, but in my mind, there's no reality. I'm latching on to all I know, and I've no idea where to go. society. Dark and hazy city nights, immersed in the neon lights. People in the shadows fight a higher cause to change our lives. Close my eyes, your reality. I'm latching on to all I know, and I've no idea where to go. Laying here, it's hard to see what kind of man I used to be.
It's your man, Poon Anders, your Texas caster and hype master. Joined today by Stealth Shampoo, coming to you live from the V-Respawn studio. We've got a good one for you today. Stealth, tell us all about it.
Oh yeah, this is the high school VR esports league semi-finals. We got three great best of threes coming at you guys, playing Echo Arena, the game you all know and love. You've seen me and Poon Anders cast it before. Just throw the disc into the goal. It's that simple. But we have three highly skilled people on the other team, on both teams actually, going to be trying to stop you from chucking that into the goal. And Poon Anders, there's a lot on the line. I think rumor has it there's over $15,000 in prizes up for these students.
I don't know if that's total or literally just what the first price person is getting. We evidently, so many people have chipped in money for our prospective winners that they are still trying to tabulate what the total prize package is going to be. Luckily, we technically don't need to know that for the quarterfinals. We can know that later. But what we do need to know is that this is brought to you by the Draper Hero Institute. You can check them out at the address below. You've worked with them in the past, right, Still?
Yeah, it's Tim Draper's institution. He's a billionaire, so he's got a lot of money to throw at these high school students. And thanks to him for helping sponsor. I actually used to work at his VR arcade back in the day. And so it's really cool that he's also not only helping out Nikki fresh out of college, but also these high school students and giving them money, because that's a lot more money than I ever had as a high school student potentially on the board here for these kids.
Yeah, they all got their own personal quests, Quest 2s. I can't remember which ones we're on right now. And it's in partnership with the school so that they actually have like a team that will carry on year over year. We actually have one team that they technically graduated this year, but they had earned their spot in this one, and they're going to pass the torch since they're graduating seniors on to the next team. And there are actually some names you may recognize from previous professional league championships. So that's going to be fun to watch, but they're not playing today. Today we actually have a bunch of matches coming up, although there's a little bit of a kerfuffle. Pasco, one of their teammates is stuck in a car like 2 miles out. You know, traffic is really bad, evidently.
No.
I don't know. They might end up having to go 2v3, and that'll be fun to watch because this will be a rematch of our finals for our preseason gig that we did where Pasco and Concord Carlisle went up against each other, and Pasco just... I mean, Concord Carlisle was able to actually, kind of hold their own, but Pasco was just really coming at them with everything they had, including Artemis, who was just, he rolled out of VRML, so he had a bit more skill than those guys. Granted, we got ourselves a whole bunch of coaches this time around, so we may see the skill gap kind of narrowing. It's we'll see what happens. Right now, they're getting loaded up and ready to go, so we're just going to wait for them, but while we wait for them, let's talk about one of our other sponsors, right? We've got good old Viveport, right? Viveport's a global platform where you can explore, create, and connect a wide range of VR experiences. Viveport Infinity is the world's first unlimited VR subscription service that works for all major VR headsets. It's very seamless to actually jump into a game. You may enjoy big hits, hidden gems, and all the best virtual experiences in just one subscription. So you can start your adventure today. Just head on down to the address below, viveport.com, really helping us out with this prize package, as well as helping giving money to the Draper Hero Institute that allows us to produce this this whole thing and funds all the people behind the scenes who are doing all this work to put it together.
That's true. Do you have any idea how much it would cost to buy every single game on Viveport individually?
I've not done the math, but it's a lot of money, yes.
Oh, yeah, it's probably tens of thousands of dollars when you can just pay a subscription fee to get access to a lot of games.
Yes, and there's going to be some giveaways that Viveport has given us a Cutie Pop, I believe, a whole bunch of keys for things that will be down in the chat. So make sure you're paying attention to the chat so you can enter those. The Viveport subscription, the Infinity subscription, as I mentioned, it's $12.99 a month, but if you go for an entire year, you can get it for $8.99 a month. So it's actually a hell of a deal considering how expensive VR games are, especially the really good ones.
$8.99.
Yeah,
that's insane. Most VR games are $20, $30 in the first place. So,
and you don't have the same limitations you do with the Oculus Store, where you end up having to load up side quests in order to do some stuff. There's none of that. It's going to be like any game that's out there, they'll be able to pull it in. So even like some of your favorite side quest titles, they'll have them more than likely. And if they don't, you just hit them up and say, "Hey, I want you to carry this game. I'm tired of having to go through additional steps. I just want to use my Viveport." It's good stuff.
Of course, Viveport. Download it now at the link Poon Anders showed.
Yes, that is correct. Also, we have, while we're waiting for them to get started, they're getting real close. But let's talk about Nexus Link, nexuslinkusa.com, as you can check out below. They're both not ready. I'm just double checking on that one. But Nexus Link offers powerful networking alternatives that deliver supercharged internet to your gaming PCs, VR headsets, and more. With a wireless gaming bridge, you no longer have to choose between a powerful internet connection and a truly wireless VR experience. Visit nexuslinkusa.com to learn more. You and I talked about this. I believe you actually introduced Outrun Digital to Nexus Link. But their whole thing is that they have this bridge that uses AC 1750, those of you who've been trying to do AirPlay on your headsets. And it actually just does a real good job of just drop it in, plug and play, easy setup, and you're able to do AirLink very cleanly. You need a dedicated 5 gigahertz channels, the whole technical thing. Any of you who've tried to make it work low latency have like gone through all the Google searches and Stack Overflow and everywhere trying to figure out how to make it work. And these guys get it done. So save yourself some time. Just head on down to Nexus Link.
Yeah, Cutie Pop has described it to me as Karen-proof. You can know absolutely nothing about it and get it up and running pretty easily. I know Cutie Pop's a very technical guy over at Outrun Digital, but he says it's really easy. Even I could figure it out. And they're not too expensive either. I think one of their bridges are sub $100. So if you're on the market for one, go give it a look.
Well, you know, I just got an update from Leo, and so I think the 15K is the total prize pool. So they did confirm that, and he said it's $3,600 for the first place team. So that's what it is. That's $1,200 per player in high school. That is a lot of cash for somebody to hand you.
That's so much money. I didn't have $1,200 as a senior in high school at any point in my life. What kind of insane things could you do? You go into the movies. You're buying popcorn. Popcorn's like $15.
You know what you could do with that money? You could get a Viveport Infinity subscription.
Wow, you can get hundreds of Viveport Infinity. Because it's what do you say? Like $8.99 a month?
If you get it for a full year, yeah.
Yeah, you can have VR games unlimited for the rest of your life and your friends.
Yeah, actually, that would cover probably your entire lifespan. So yeah, they got to keep that VR rolling. It does work with every single headset. So as new headsets are added, it'll just go. You know, when somebody first introduced me to Viveport and explained to me that it worked with every headset seamlessly, I'm like, nah, nothing works with every headset seamlessly. But you know, HEC has been in the game for a long time, so I checked it out and I was actually quite surprised how quickly and easily it worked.
Yeah, HEC are really veterans of the VR space. I mean, I know tons of people, including me, who their very first headset was that OG Vive. Look at that. These are some brackets here now as we're hopping into the semifinals. Round 4.
Quarterfinals. It says semifinals. It does, but it's more quarterfinally. It's difficult to explain. Okay, so what we have right now, it's going to be Pasco versus Concord Carlisle, as you can see in the quarterfinal section. And then over in the losers bracket, we're going to have Buena Park versus Duffer, I believe it's out. They've corrected me 8 times, and I keep forgetting. The Rangers, anyway. And then whoever loses between Pasco and Concord Carlisle goes up against DHS. And I had wrote their name down to figure out who DHS was. Dunbar High School. And that is out of the 18 high schools across 12 states that are actually competing in this event. This is what we're down to right now. And we're going to watch these three matches. And then come up Friday, we're going to watch some more. And then August 1st, we're going to knock out our finals.
Yeah, and it'll be exciting to see who takes home the lion's share of that $15,000 that our sponsors have thrown together. Because, I mean, $1,000 per student. That buys a lot of college textbooks. Probably like three college textbooks, I would say. These kids are going to be set up going into their freshman year.
You know, why do they keep doing the textbooks? Just give me a PDF, man.
They're so unnecessary.
Such a scam. Oh, I went through college, graduated, summa cum laude, and pulled the cellophane off of 2 of the books they made me buy. It's like I bought the books and we didn't even use them.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I always, when I get the syllabus for class, they say, this textbook is required reading, you're going to need it, you're going to fail the class. I wait 2 or 3 weeks after that and see if I'm really getting beat down by the lessons to see if I actually needed to buy it or if Dr. Google is the way to go.
All right, so I have just received confirmation that indeed Pasco's going to have to play Concord Carlisle 2v3 because somebody's stuck in traffic.
Yeah, I'm no
And
stranger to traffic as a Californian. That's absolutely not surprising at all. But hopefully they get that solved soon and into their headset.
yeah, and it's going to work out probably fine. We'll see. I mean, 2v3 can be very difficult hill to climb no matter how good you are. We'll see if Artemis can carry the remaining members of his team on his back. Right now, they are getting ready. They're waiting for Artie to show up because he needed to replace some batteries in his controllers. You can never expect these guys to be like ready on time. That's one of those things like in high school, like it takes a while to like figure out how to be ready for things. And then in college, professors like yell at you, and then somewhere right after college, you're like, all right, I need to be early. That's actually how you be on time.
Yeah. We had a campaign running at my high school. They added up if you're 10 seconds late to class every day of the year, you've lost like X hours of learning or something like that, which ultimately didn't really matter or make any sense because for the first 5 minutes of class, nothing ever really happened anyway.
So in the chat, T-Tiro the Gamer says that they're actually making it where you have to buy your homework now too.
Yeah, it's pretty toxic. There have been some college textbooks where you have to enter an access code to get access to the homework.
Oh yeah, that's to keep you from buying a used one. Yeah.
Yep,
That's
to
so
stop you from
rude.
buying and textbooks. I mean, that's the whole concept of books, right? In libraries, is they're reusable. They can be passed on, and they're exactly the same as they were when the first person read it.
Looks like we are ready to rock and roll. So here comes the launch as this 2v3 gets underway, but it looks like Blue has clear control over this disc. Well, at the very least, it's in the appropriate side of the arena, but it doesn't matter because Artie has control and he's about to clear it downfield. And it looks like Walker was in position. Got a funny bounce, but Walker's got a hold of it. We might actually see that being able to get a score. No, he gets knocked out, and away he goes. Stealth, walk us through this one.
Now, this is going to be really interesting as Pascal only has two teammates. It's going to be really hard to boost and catch up, but they actually made it into the goal. Ooh. Are they going to get the shot right off of the edge? And that's going to be a bounce shot for 2 points.
MKS with a soft toss. He was just like, yeah, feel this.
This is going to be particularly difficult because Walker and Artemis are going to have to stay apart so they can pass the puck to each other, but they're also going to need to get close to each other on rotation to get the stack and get some extra speed. So it'll be pretty difficult without a third person, not to mention it'll be really hard to guard.
Oh,
and listen, that was a stun right there. MKS picking up. That's going to be an easy 3-pointer if he does it.
He'll get it. Give him a second.
That's going to be an inside shot for 2 point. Could have been 3 points. I mean, when you're flying straight at the goal like that and no one's contesting you, all you really have to do is shot put your arm forward, and it just kind of floats in. You don't have to put any force behind it.
Well, if you think about the problem, on possession, right? One guy has to go for the disc, another guy goes out for the pass. But now what they could do is they could just send 2 people to the second guy, and he has like no chance. Which means they've got to really adjust what they're doing, which this would be the move. You know what? I think that'd actually be the way to change how they're planning, is the guy actually rushes the disc and just kicks it as hard as he can, and that his second player, instead of going left or right, actually they just launch on each other and just do constant regrabs around the scene, moving as fast as they possibly can. That is really the only thing they can do to prevent this 2v3 from giving them much damage. They need to stay on top of each other and just go fast. That Joker regrab speed boost spot style. Because right now it is not. It is just it's gonna be a train wreck.
No, MKS misses it. You see, Pascal was still mid-map by the time he took that shot, and we have 2 orange players on goal. Is this gonna get in? No.
So close.
That was a close. That almost looked like it was a self goal there, but I think MKS just stunned and took it out of Pascal's hands there, and that was on a 2 points on Concord side. Are we having the mercy rule up today, Poonanners?
I think so. I think they're playing with the mercy rule. Now, I also did see that Pasco did ask Concord if they would want to go 2v2, and Concord was like, no, man, money's on the line, so they're not interested in going 2v2. The next team that Pasco is not able to figure out how to win 2v3, the next team they have to play will probably make the same decision. But, it's possible that Concord might just say, all right, we'll play one match 2v2 just because this is, like, not fun anymore. We'll have to see where they end up going with it. But, unless Walker and Artemis can learn to get some regrab speed like they just did there, if they could do that more collectively and just be very aggressive. Like, defense a while, when you're going to have 2v3s or 2v1s, 3v1s, you can't really defend. So your only choice is going to be extremely aggressive.
Yeah, they came in here expecting to play a 3v3, and 2v2 and 3v3s are just so dynamically different in Echo Arena that because they were practicing for 3v3s, I can understand why Concord wanted to stick to the 3v3 format, or at least have that extra teammate, because that can really change the flow of the game and how people defend and try to stun each other's. Two people diving out for Artemis there does manage to clear the disc. Will Walker be able to pick it up? No,
They
it's
need to
going to
stack up. They need to stack up. Yeah, stay stacked, guys. Since there's just 2 of you against 3, this floating around out in the middle is not going to do you any good. You have to stay stacked the whole time and just constant regrabs and go for speed. Launch one of your guys to knock out 2 people trying to stack on top of each other. Like, yeah, he's dinging on them too. Like, yeah. At the same time, can you really brag about getting a dunk when you're going 3v2? Like, can you? I don't know. But
yeah, I actually may have gotten even more cocky in that situation. Pasco was so far away that I may have flown out to the 3-point line and just shot it in.
Yeah,
from there for the extra point.
Yeah, I mean, when you beat up on somebody, you can't help but do that. But when they're at the clear disadvantage of 2v3, it's almost like I was like, all right, that's a bit much. Like you can outclass a player on skill, but when it's 2v3, it's not even a skill game anymore. It's just numbers. It's one of the reasons why people are playing 4v4s now. Now, if you watch the chat, there are going to be a bunch of giveaways. There's Space Slurpees game keys, Pistol Whip game keys, 6-month Viveport Infinity membership codes, and a Cloudhead Games a secret unique item. So be sure to check out the chat for details on how to enter those giveaways.
Secret Cloudhead swag. That could be anything. That could be I Expect You to Die. That could be Pistol Whip. That sounds
well,
pretty cool.
Well, it's a secret unique item. So I don't even know if it's going to be a game or an item in a game or if it's just a backpack. Like, it could be anything. Imagination's
oh my god. What a shot right there from MKS.
Yeah, MKS.
That was a clean, straight shot. It's really easy to make those long shots if you're just completely uncontested. You know that no one's going to come behind you and punch you in the back of the head. And so just getting that sink right there was not particularly difficult, but still, that is farther away, I feel like, in VR than it looks like on the spectator camera.
Well, MKS's dad is watching right now, and I'm sure he's very proud of that three-pointer that just came down. Watch his boy just sticking it to these guys in the 2v3. Oh, they almost got a score. Come on.
They got
this
three-pointer here.
No, they don't. Oh, you got to get 1 point, guys. Come on. Oh, I really thought they had it. I was hoping Artemis had really trained up with Walker on this one. And the thing is Pasco were like the favorites to, at the very least, I think for this particular match to win. But man, just playing a man down is difficult.
Yeah, you can see they're just stunning them out, really slowing Pasco down from getting into the net. But it is a 1v2 inside of the net right now. If Artemis can clear this, that's a good clear. Almost. It almost got through the tube. It looks like Walker may have missed the pickup right there.
So you see the stacking that the blue team is doing, Concord, right? They're staying stacked the whole time, Pyro and MKS. That is 100% what Walker and Artemis need to be doing, just 100% stacked the whole time and moving just fast, insanely fast. I don't know that these guys have practiced enough to be in that kind of sync, but that's totally what they need to be doing. And that kind of synchronization with your guys when it comes to latency is a lot easier if you're literally in the same building.
Shout out definitely in the same state.
Shout out to MKS's dad for getting his kid to the competition on time, at least.
That is true. That is true. 5 out of 6 high schoolers could make it to a quarterfinals match on time.
That's some quick math for you guys there. Also, some quick math. They figured out that the total and the giveaways that are going to be during these events is $9,000 worth of prizes. So stay tuned as we inch a little bit closer to this mercy rule in this first round, and we'll see if Concord will throw them a bone and say, "All right, we'll go 2v3, or we'll play left-handed."
Is the mercy rule not 16 or 18?
I thought it was.
This is a pretty big deficit 20. To come back from. Oh, might be 20. We'll see here.
It's been a while.
Hopefully Pasco can get a goal here.
It's been a while since I've played Echo myself. The rules are constantly changing and evolving, and what's in the game is moving around. It's too many things to play in VR to be playing one game these days.
Oh yeah, there's so much good stuff out there.
Oh, the best games are Desert Bus, and you also have Jumanji. Really great games.
Yeah, Desert Bus. I mean, that's 6 hours of fun one way. I mean, you got to go back from Tucson. That's another 6 hours of fun.
You're just waiting for them to make a Pokemon game one of these days.
Oh, definitely. Nintendo should hopefully eventually make something that's not on the old cardboard. And that's going to be it. As Spider Monkey throws in 10 meters per second. I mean, I'm
Ah,
an American, so I don't know what a meter is, but that's not very fast.
that's just pure
And, that'd
brutality.
be mercy rule.
And yeah, we also have the rule where they can't just bring in a first timer. So there's like no ringers. You can't bring in a ringer to like sub in. Can't grab somebody randomly from the lobby. So this is a cautionary tale to future high school teams to make sure that you have like a fourth on deck just in case that has played in some of the other matches.
I'd certainly recommend it. I mean, I've been a sweaty tryhard my entire life, including in high school. I would have 1 hour before the event been doing my stretches, got a couple jumps in, maybe chugged a protein shake. Like
Well,
this is a very
say
active
that.
game.
You say that, but when we all went to Sprint Vector, it was like only me and Skits that seemed to be taking it seriously from that perspective.
I did not drink a protein drink. Yeah, and I didn't go the long tube.
We
The
were
tube
wearing
sock
workout
game was the play.
clothes. Yeah, we were wearing workout clothes. We were stretching our shoulders. We were avoiding the sodas.
Oh, I did not avoid the sodas. That was a critical error to not avoid the sodas and alcohol because
Nice.
your liver only processes things so quickly.
That is correct. MKS's dad actually says that he was nervous about being late for the game. It's like they were out for dinner, so he thought he might miss it. He was like, "Oh no, we can't miss it! No, we can't miss it!" And and it turns out it's the other team that actually had a guy that missed out on it.
Yeah, hopefully the traffic either ends or maybe Concord wins so quickly that they don't give them time to recover from the traffic.
Well, I mean, he's too far away. I mean, I said 2 miles, but actually what I read was 2 hours, and my brain just said it wrong. Like he was too far away. Granted, it's a wireless headset. Like just go to a Starbucks. It's clear an area, make it happen. That's all you need.
Certainly, I mean, throwing down, you give the barista $20 because you're about to win some big money if your team makes it all the way to grand finals. Like, clear out of Starbucks real quick, connect to their Wi-Fi, and just play from there.
I lost you.
Oh,
I came back without warning. Hey, there he is.
I was out getting the mail.
Yeah. So we're waiting for them to ready up and get going. Artemis dropped out. I think he's going to try something else. Maybe his batteries weren't good enough, or he doesn't think his internet's good enough to get the kind of speed that he needs to recover. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, you and I have been doing this for a while, and Echo players get very particular about how their equipment is supposed to respond, how their network is supposed to respond. And if something is off from what they're used to, especially in a game where money's on the line, they'll drop everything until they get it resolved. I even had Simeon had to come and play I had to tear down the studio and have him play in the studio because it was the place that I knew that he could get the cleanest signal on his equipment because there was like no bleed through from literally anything else.
That's hilarious. He actually showed up to Poonanner's headquarters to play Echo Arena on good Wi-Fi.
Oh, dude, MKS is. They say he's posting up a 200 millisecond lag, which is causing trouble for the other guys, on the other team, Pasco.
Yeah.
That, they're already at a disadvantage going 2v3, but whenever the disc is under the control of MKS, they're just seeing it skip along, making it very difficult for them to play. Yeah, so like the way the game works, it's very interesting the way they handle their net code because with delay, if you have like a disc like moving a certain way, if the server has one thing and your headset has another thing, it'd be very difficult to play that game from a physics perspective. So what it ends up doing is that when you throw it, your computer is technically in control of the physics for a moment of time, right? Until you can actually see the disk change colors is pretty much how that works. And there's a point of time where now the server is in control of that disk. And then somebody else touches it, and now their computer's in control of it, and back and forth. And that's why you'll see it'll lag if a person with like low latency is holding onto the disk versus your latency to the server. You can have that problem.
I didn't know that's how they handled it, but that makes sense. And 200 milliseconds is a lot.
Well, originally they made it so it didn't work that way, right? You'd throw the disk, and it was just whatever angle you said you let it go at and velocity, and you tell the server. But because of your latency, you would try to aim here, and the disk would end up down this direction or this direction based on like how early or late it got your signal, and you had to constantly adjust for that, and it was a real pain. So you're like, how early do I got to let go? And like depending on your latency, you'd basically throw the disk to figure out how early you had to let it go so it go straight.
Yeah, you always have to keep track of your ping and all that stuff. And now 200 ping, I mean, we've all played online games. That's a lot to work with no matter which game you're playing.
It's too much.
Whether you're
Well, it's listed as 200 plus ping, so.
Ooh.
So greater than
Could
200.
be more than that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you're going to want to get a little bit closer to your router, or maybe pick up a Nexus Link.
That is correct.
And
A
that might help
Nexus
out.
Link would have actually helped him out here. Well, assuming that his internet was good. They're not miracle workers, just low-level miracles, which is making AirPlay work. But yeah, man, dedicated 5 gigahertz channels. I actually have some notes that I wrote on here. Is what I know about them with their wireless gaming bridge. It enables low latency AirPlay. It's advanced tech and a dedicated 5G band using that MIMO that everyone's using now, and that AC 1750. Really gets you that high speed on a dedicated channel. It's pretty much what you need. Anybody who's been trying to figure this out on their own knows that it can be a real pain. You end up having to have one dedicated, like really expensive 5 gigahertz router in your room, and then you have to go around the house and turn 5 gigahertz off of any other access point. Yeah, it can be a real pain. And this, or if you have only one 5 gigahertz access point in your house, you then quickly change the password for the 5 gigahertz line to disconnect everybody so that just your headset has it, and then turn it back on. And people write scripts for that. It's a real pain. I was or you get yourself the Nexus wireless gaming bridge from Nexus Link, and then it has its own dedicated band for 5 gigahertz. You don't have to worry about sharing with the other Wi-Fi in your house. Just plug it in and go. You don't have to. You don't have to kick everybody off the network.
Cutie Pop's telling me straight up Karen proof. I mean, a high schooler could do it and get it set up and get on their 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi so they can play Echo Arena at not 200 plus ping, because that's a lot. It's 1/5 of a second.
So he said they're giving out games and stuff in the chat. So if you're in the chat, man, there's giveaways have already started. So make sure you hit up Cutie Pop. DM him for more information, or just hit it right up in the chat. But give me that giveaway information. You and I come from the old times of Twitch streaming, where you would just use a service to just handle the giveaways for you. But Cutie Pop likes that personal touch, right?
I remember distributing codes out to people. I mean, you just throw them onto a robot. The robot rolls, and then they get the code, and you're all hands off. But Cutie Pop, he likes to get in, and he likes to know that the person he's giving a code to isn't a robot that can't solve a CAPTCHA. They pronounce that.
Well, that's how we would do
CAPTCHA.
the V-Respawn after parties too. We would always make sure we knew every single person. It wasn't just an easy sign up. The rules were direct message me, or
try to make
be
sure
a
that people
Facebook
show up for
employee and
parties
just
aren't
show up at the
weirdos.
party at the last minute. That also was an easy way to get in.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not easy to go work at the Zuck's office, but it is easy to get in the V-Respawn party if you know me or Poonanners, because we wanted everyone at that party to be a cool person.
That's correct.
Not a weirdo.
It's easy to get in if you know us and you're totally not a jerk. I don't know too many jerks. Generally, jerks don't like me. So, at the same time, it has been known that I'm a bad judge of character, so I always have to run it past someone else. I just trust
same.
everybody's cool.
I have no idea. I mean, we've gone through some hiring processes at Live, and I just like everyone that walks in the door who wants to get hired. I talk yeah, that's a cool guy. They're all right. Every single person I've spoken to.
Yeah. He's they're good at giving interviews, I guess. No need to check. No need to check up on anything. All right, let's get in. The match has started. I was waiting for it to give the countdown, but I guess I missed it during that stellar conversation. Let's see if the they're gonna fight it out on these islands as he pushes in. He tried to cover his head, but it was not enough, not quick enough. There's a little bit of a cooldown there. You try to cover up your head and pull your hand away. You can't just keep blinking it on and off. And that was kind of the mistake that he made as MKS tries to go. And knocked away at the last second.
Nice.
What do you think of that stealth?
That was a good block there, as we don't want to necessarily see Concord get a 20-point lead and then pass get mercy rule. They gotta sink one in. They're definitely not favored being down literally 33% of their team. Maybe they could stall long enough for their third teammate
here comes
to
the easy
eventually
one.
show
He
up.
was out of position. Not seeing a lot of
grab.
Yeah, not seeing a lot of quick jumps. Not seeing a lot of regrabs here. These guys are moving kind of slow. I mean, granted, our high school teams are still kind of low on the skill cap when it comes to how the professional players play, and we are getting more and more professional players signing up to be coaches to help these guys get their speed up. I mean, that's one of the reasons why they ended up going 4v4, because it goes so fast that 3v3 just doesn't cut it. But Artemis does play in the VRML, so if you could see some of that speed here, he can actually help save the day, or at the very least get some points.
Oh, is that Artemis coming in here? One of them on the Pasco team just absolutely shot in, trying to get the puck out of the goal, but was barely not fast enough. I saw one of them just absolutely fly in. And let's see if on their, I think this is where they score a point. On their advantage, on their joust advantage, they just got to grab the puck, yeet it to the other side of the field, and re-grab off of each other to get back to it and sink a goal. I think that's how Pasco is going to get anything.
Oh, man,
on
do you
the
see how
board
hard
here.
they had to rush just to get it on the blue side? I mean, they were getting double teamed, and they had to rush in real hard as they tried to stack up on top of each other. But now it is clearly on Pasco's side, and he's way ahead. Oh, but they got it down by the ramp. They just need to stack up on top of each other. They need to communicate quite a bit more if they want to stay stacked up. And they need to be fairly aggressive with those hits, too. If somebody gets up close, just go ahead and knock them out and keep on rolling with those stack ups. God, just need to stack it up, though. Get
Son
the
of
breakaway.
Artemis. Artemis got the
Backboard will
shot
do it.
here.
Get that backboard shot.
It's almost free.
Yeah.
And they got it. Artemis, literally a pro VRML player. That was a beautiful stun right there before we got into the net.
Yeah.
And just sinking it right in past the goalie. I mean, 2 points on the board. They're not getting absolutely shut out.
Yeah, well, action beats reaction as well. So when you get inside that bubble, you've got a really high. Ooh, were they not using the launch tube? I guess they don't have to. Oh, they decided to stack up. I see what it was. They were going for a blitz because it's pretty much their only choice there. But they need to blitz back if they want to save. Oh, they're stacking up good now. They must be getting good latency. But once he breaks that bubble, there's no way he's going to be able to stop it. He went for the three-pointer, though, so he had time. And the other teammate there on Concord's side was actually trying to go for the stun the goalie move. They rushed the disc and cleared it out. They're making it time. They
Oh
just
my
gotta go.
God, that's a beautiful clear right there. Walker and Artemis just stacking on each other, getting it cleared over the blue side. Looks like this is going to be another save
Yeah.
from Artemis. 2 points. That is the unbelievable speed you were talking about
doing
earlier, Pooh.
exactly what
That's
I
how you
said
win.
was your only choice, is you have to play that way. And they're doing it.
You just stack, blitz the puck, fling it to the other side of the field, catch up to it, and try to sink it. Now, Concord can counter this probably by just having a
Playing
goalie.
defensively, actually. Yeah, all they got to do is play
Yeah.
defensively. Well, if you have a goalie, you're just going to turn three-pointers into two-pointers, and you're not going to completely stop it. But if they play defensively and they set up a line and kind of go for it, because since you only have two guys to worry about, and they're always stacked up on top of each other, if you can predict where they're going to go, you don't want to predict where the disc is going to go, then all you got to do is basically catch them in the middle of it, and you knock out both of them, and they're SOL. It's difficult, but that's what you have to do. We saw that in the evolution of the meta for Echo Arena, that it became less about predicting where the disc was going to go and more about predicting where the other players were going to go. And one of the first people to get really good at that was Joker. And most of those guys are actually on a team that is on track to winning that grand prize. But they will not be playing today.
And hopefully they can field all three people as they're still in it. Concord's only up by 1 point thanks to that three-pointer they got earlier. We'll see if they can increase the lead, but it's not going to be another 20-0. Beautiful grab from Artemis
great
there.
clear. That's a fantastic clear all the way across the entire
Oh,
arena.
watch the bottom right, that
Three-pointer?
mini-map. That's going to be a three-pointer.
The comeback is real. You know, there's nothing more fun than watching somebody who's clearly at a disadvantage being able to fight back. It's always exciting.
That is incredible. Artemis not only getting the points, but also it was a three-pointer, putting him 2 points ahead. Concord is tying this one up, or they're going to have to take a long shot from outside of the bubble.
Oh, they got plenty
As
of
we see again
time,
those
man.
Orange players sprinting in possession of MKS here. But we got two players on the net. That's not going to bounce in. It looks like that's going to go into Pasco's possession here. And Artemis is probably just going to throw this right down the middle tube if possible. No, got stunned by MKS. Can MKS get a pass out?
Artemis just got to keep the
Pyro.
pressure on. He doesn't really have to do much, but they're going to take out the goalie and try to go for this three-pointer. Oh, that move. I forget what that was called. It was Joker who first did that, but I can't remember the name of it. It's got a really dumb name.
Yeah, they're either windmilling their arms or
What
spinning
it is
the
you-
stick really
basically
quickly.
you grab onto a guy who's going there and you windmill, but it has like by windmilling it makes that guy holding the disc basically impossible
Really
to tag. But you don't really try to tag him. You tag the guy he's holding on to, and then he loses the ability to do that. But yeah, it's just a funny gag. You don't see a lot of it in professional play, but
Oh my God! I'm not sure if Pyro's just a sniper or if
nah,
that was
that's
completely an
clearly
accident.
a lucky bounce. Come on. Well, it might be a shot he's practiced. You do find that sometimes in Echo Arena that people have these difficult shots, but they practice just that one shot constantly. So it's possible. But since it was in the moment and there was like quite the scrum going on, I'm willing to believe that you got real lucky on that one.
Yeah, that might have just been a let's get it out of here and just send it as far as possible. Speaking of sending it as far as possible, Blue team moving quickly
Ooh.
into the puck, but they're not quite able
They're
to
not
grab
stacked
the
anymore
spider
either.
monkey.
They got to back up. All right, they're backing up stacked up, but they picked up a stowaway who tagged one of them, so that's very problematic as they're flowing out. But Artemis is in the lead, so he can get there quickly. He just got to go quickly for the clear. Oh, that was not a good move. He was just going into old habits right there where he's like, I'm going to buy some time because he's used to there being two other teammates. But in this particular case, you just have to panic clear. There's not really a lot of choice.
Yeah, he definitely had someone guarding him back there, as now it is in net. Will MKS get the sink here? Actually just kind of moves it away as
Oh, no,
Walker
outta
trying to
goal.
get the steal here. Get the stun, not quite. It's MKS looking to take a
Yes,
shot on
nice
Artemis.
steal.
Whoa!
But they got to remember
That
they
was a
got a
good
half-court guy as well, so they're not going to be able to clear far as their midfielder's going to keep it out. Granted, they picked up the three-pointer there as well. So it's just definitely a difficult hill to climb for Pasco, but with 7 points on the board, at the very least, they were able to get their licks in. See if they can actually hold out for another 5 minutes.
This would absolutely be a different match had they had three players. I feel like Pasco might even be in the lead right now.
Oh,
with
100%
three
they would be in the
players.
lead. if you can get 7 points on the board with just two players. That granted, that also depends on how good the third player is. I mean, the third player guy could be brand new. I mean, I don't know how much they've integrated him in the team. Generally, teams try their best to integrate everybody very well, but clearly Artemis is doing a lot of heavy lifting, just like MKS over on Concord.
Oh, easy
Pyromaniac
shot
and
right
Spider
there,
doing the
Pyro.
job, though.
Yeah, just anchored himself right there on the shield, tossed it backwards. It was barely within the bubble, but still within the bubble, so that'll be another 2 points. Not that they don't really need the third point, just by sinking shots in and increasing their lead. I feel like the percentage time that they're going to have puck possession is going to be much higher than
God, that
Pasco's.
sucks so bad. So, yeah, they've got to be super aggressive, but this is a very difficult thing that has happened there. They did basically the stack launch that happens in the tube. Instead of using the tube launcher, you stack up through the entire tube for extra speed, but there was one major mistake there. And that was that he went and just grabbed the disc, which causes them both to come to almost a dead stop because the speed limit for holding the disc and anybody holding onto somebody holding on the disc. The move there would be to slap the ever-living crap out of the disc and have your other guy launched off of you, so he's basically at the other end of the arena to catch your slap. That'd have been the move instead of just rolling up and just waiting for them to get there.
Yeah, it's true, because you can't even use your boost when you're holding onto the disc. So by gaining all that speed and then stopping, you kind of might as well just use the tube launcher.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost a waste. But, hopefully that's the thing is that Pasco just has to be, like, stack up, 100% stacked up the whole time. Like, the other team is just going to expect that that's where they're always going to be. And then except for when they're just going to do a launch where one guy does, like, a really quick clear and the other guy's gets flung to the other end of the arena to do it, which is dangerous because you got to make sure you make that shot because your guys are so separated now. But that's one thing. They got to be super aggressive. They got to stack up the whole time. And then the other move is that they have to plot their plan of attack when they're doing anything between players of the enemy team by grabbing their speed from the players of the enemy team and also knocking them out as they're doing it. So instead of trying to play for the disc, you're basically playing for the members of the other team. It's a difficult hill to climb, and the only way to do it is going to be just almost angrily aggressive. Action beats
Speaking of
reaction.
aggressive here. MKS
It's an easy
passing it
two-pointer
over to
here.
Pyro. They're going to get aggressive on this goal here and just go for an easy two-shot.
Yeah.
Two-pointer right there from high to low. And so that's a hard one to block.
Yep. Once you're 2v1 in the bubble, like, you're going to get them 2 points. Sometimes you see clears, but it doesn't happen a lot.
Concord needs 7 more points to activate the mercy rule. Pasco was playing hot at the beginning, not going to lie. Like, they actually had the lead for a little bit, but Concord's decided to play a little bit smarter and just punch both of them in the face. That's a good way to stop 100% of the team from advancing. But
He's
is
sneaking
that
up on you.
Artemis up there? No, didn't get it. Spider-Man gets the stun and possibly a clear. That's a good pass to MKS.
Yeah.
Who can now kind of just float to the other side. Oh, I think one of the Artemis.
Oh, he's going to go for that
Artemis,
three.
The only Artemis.
Yeah,
Got the stack there, got to the puck.
There's not enough people on their team to give them that clear communication to let them know when someone's sneaking up on behind them that they just don't have time to hold on to it. That communication is generally how you get anything done in this game and prevent steals and knockouts like that. And there was just nobody there to see what was happening. Your second player is knocked out and his view is obscured, so he can't tell you anything.
Yeah, they literally have less eyes. them, the Conquer team, and communicating and letting someone know. Like right now, I'm sure they're talking about the positioning of the Conquer team. Someone was following him right there before he got stunned, and now the puck can be back on the orange side. You see all these dots moving super quickly. If you watch the mini map, just stacking up. Is that going to be a 3-pointer for
Yeah,
MKS? And now they're only potentially 2 3-pointers away from activating that mercy rule.
Yeah, we just
Or
also got a
three-pointer, two-pointer.
minute 45. At the same time, minute 45 is not going to be enough for Pasco to turn this around. I just don't see it happening for them right now. And because Pasco just has to play way more aggressive. And I was reading that the latency issue that MKS is having is more spiky, so it's not really something that they're able to fix. It's playable, but they just decided to just go ahead with it. Artemis just went ahead and said, "All right, you know what? Let's just go. Let's get our beating over with." There's not a lot we can wait for.
Well, there's pretty much no way to block that shot right there. It's just so close to the goal. Neither of them were really in position to get the block there. And man, Pasco's, I wonder if they're going to have some words here at the end.
Man,
for,
I
their
would say
third
at
teammate.
7 to 25 is like, can you like leave one guy in the tube for like this launch?
Yeah, make it
It's
just
like-
make it a 2v2 for
For
one
launch.
one.
Yeah. That's like
point.
the most points we could get is 3. It will like have no impact. Oh, if that had bounced
That was
in.
a dinger?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. If that had bounced in, that'd have been a great way to end it. As the clock slowly ticks down past the minute mark, Concord's
Yeah,
going to
that's
slowly walk it
A
in.
lot of depth. Oh, and that was a long bounce shot off of the rim there.
And
That's
that
going to
is
activate
it.
the mercy rule.
All right. Well, we're going to come back to cameras here for a second as we get ready to wait for the next round. I'm going to take a look at the bracket, see where we're at. Poor Pasco. You know, their teammates stuck in traffic. He may not even make it around for the losers bracket round. I just don't know if it's going to happen. Let's see where that's actually going to be stacked up. You just saw Pasco and conquered Carlisle. I keep wanting to say Concord, and they get all mad at me. Anyway, playing here, and that means we're going to go see Buena Park and Rangers from Duffer, right? Play next. I don't think that's going to be enough time for Pasco to recover their player, but if they either recover their player or they're able to somehow handle a 2v3 fight against DHS, then maybe they might be able to claw their way back out of the losers bracket.
Yeah, they got 7 points. That's not nothing. That's actually kind of insane that Artemis managed to land 3 goals back there. That was very impressive, but not quite enough
Dude,
to get the dub.
The chat said, "Traffic's a bummer. Send a helicopter, Mr. Draper." Not gonna lie, that'd be pretty freaking epic. He's stuck in traffic.
He
Draper
can't afford a
shows up with the
helicopter. Yeah, I'll tell you that. He certainly
You can't
has
really like
flown in a
land those
helicopter.
things anywhere. I mean, you can, but it's like really dangerous. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it'd be pretty dang funny. Instead of live
I
flight,
think-
you have esports flight. Trying to get people where they
maybe
need
the
to go.
moral of the story is don't drive too far when you got a game that day for quite a bit of money. That really would have changed my life in high school. $1,000 extra in my pocket. I mean, that's all the ice cream. You could buy a Baskin Robbins. You know how many ice cream days
Actually, you
go
could buy
on?
enough ice cream to remember to all of a sudden make the decision that you don't like ice cream anymore.
That is true.
I've
Or
made
you could
that
find out
mistake.
you're lactose intolerant.
Well, I mean, I've made that mistake, like, fresh out of high school, finally got my hands on some money, and I was like, I'm finally going to buy all the junk food I want that my parents wouldn't let me eat all the time. They never had enough of it. And I ate a whole bunch of it, and I was like, you know what? I don't really like junk food all that much. Or one of the other things was like growing up, I was just like, I'm going to buy so many fireworks when I'm an adult and have the money to do it. And then I'm just like, man, I don't really care.
Yeah, me too. I watch everyone else's.
Yeah,
Like,
That's the way to do it.
yeah, it's nicer when I didn't pay for it, and also there's so many more fireworks. What is my one firework going to do when everyone's setting them up and blowing them up in the sky late June to mid-July? They just stopped. They just ran out of fireworks near my house.
Speaking of fireworks, you can actually check out Fireworks VR on Viveport.
That's a real game.
I don't know. It probably is.
I feel like I have seen this before, like a fireworks game in definitely on PC, if not in VR. That would be the ideal way to watch fireworks because you're not polluting the environment, you're not scaring animals. and you can have an unlimited amount of them.
Yeah, that's correct. So, check out Viveport.com, man. It's seamlessly integrates with every free VR headset. And with a small subscription, you can get access to their entire library. It's very nice. And if you check the chat, Cutie Pop's doing 6-month subscription giveaways. So you can probably get one of those. You want to check it out. They also have a 14-day free trial if you just want to see what you're in for. Just check it out.
14 days to have access to a near unlimited number of VR games?
Yeah, completely free. If you want to check it out and see how it works and see if you like it, see if it's for you, check it out. If you're one of those people that has to play a whole bunch of different games but you don't ever hold on to something very long, which makes a lot of sense because a lot of VR titles that exist right now, at least the ones that aren't free, have very few hours of content, I would say. There's not a lot of 40-hour, 20-hour content VR out there. And the ones that you could play for a long time, like Rec Room or VR Chat, are free games. So,
yeah, and they're multiplayer.
Well, that's why you could play them for a long time.
Those are the most good ones. Yeah, those are my favorites.
All right. Well, we are going to take ourselves a short break, but we'll be right back with our next match. So, see you guys in a little bit.
to shout for joy. Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. Come on. They gave you life, and in return you gave them hell. As cold as ice. I hope we live to tell the tale. I hope we live to tell the tale. Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. Come on. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. And when you've taken down your guard, if I could change your mind, I'd really like to break your heart. I'd really like to break your heart. Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. Come on. I'd really like to shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. Come on. And when you've taken down your guard, I'd really like to break your heart. I'd really like to shout.
And we are back. It's your man, Poon Anders, your Texas caster and hype master, and my boy Stealth backing me up.
What's up? We are here live with high school VR leagues. Echo Arena losers bracket semis. Are we in losers bracket semis already? Oh, I got my little cheat sheet here.
Yeah, it's
That is where we are at.
Buena Park versus Rangers from Duffer. Oh,
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea where that is, but it's somewhere in America. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, so it's American high school. That's correct. That is something that we can suspect about that one. Now, there's lots of things that I did not have a chance to write down because I was too busy writing down stuff about everything else, literally. But yes, this match is getting ready to go. Everybody's loaded up. They're doing a little bit of warming up. They're tossing the disc around, getting ready to get ready. Our cameraman and what do you call, I guess, league ref, Pesky Cashew fame, is getting them ready to go and talking them through what the rules are and how things are going to go. It's going to be good stuff. I can't wait.
Yeah, Pesky Cashew is actually like a real life video game character now, isn't he?
Oh, dude, Pesky, yeah. When you talk about sweaty tryhards,
Yeah.
it doesn't get higher tier than Pesky. It's like,
Yeah.
he's really good at way too many different games.
I mean, there's no one better to help run the high school VR esports league, which you could check out on their website. Because if you need to get your school into the next season, they're adding more schools.
Then you get Pesky to
sure.
drive down here or something. He doesn't live too far from me. Not too bad of a drive, about 3 hours. You know what's funny?
Yeah, that is not that bad.
You know, any suggestions that you guys have for about how we put on this, if you have like ideas of other things that we should do that you want to see when it comes to broadcasting this esports league for the high school heroes, let us know. We love suggestions. We love to figure out what we can work on. One of the suggestions I keep getting from people is they're like, oh, why don't you add a second camera? And I think that would be a waste. So we're not going to do it. Right, Still?
There's absolutely no reason to do that. I mean, I can't also do that because there's not a camera right here.
Well, it would also look weird because it would just kind of stitch you in.
Yeah. I would have to like turn at the same time the camera does, and I have to get closer. I don't want to hop over the desk.
All right, so Buena Park versus the Rangers coming up real soon. Just getting ready for those guys to ready up. This time it's going to be 3v3. Now, I've also heard that Pasco was a little bit disheartened by how things ended up working out for them. I did hear that MKS was able to get his latency down to a little bit less than 75 milliseconds, so that's not bad. So they actually had that's why it was a bit better, and they were able to get some scoring going. But they were a bit disheartened over what happened. And after a bit of talk, they said, okay, we'll play our losers bracket match, which I think they have an opportunity to go there because Concord Carlisle is a pretty high tier team and that they're able to get that much scoring on them. And DHS is kind of new to the game. So, I mean, if they can keep the energy up and not tear themselves apart, I think they'll be fine. I think they'll do well.
Yeah, I think Artemis had a little bit of momentum. I mean, just stack, be aggressive, yeet the puck to the other side of the field, and try to get a couple of points in early, kind of get that momentum. Now,
They
I
need to
think
get
the
that
hardest
Mountain
part,
Dew.
though,
That's what they need. They need a Mountain
yeah.
Dew, like the red alert.
just some game fuel.
Yeah, man. I mean, these guys are teenagers. You can get a whole bunch of sugar and caffeine in them, and they would be like lightning.
Yeah, I'm getting to that age now in my mid-20s where
Where it's catching up
can
to
no
you.
longer chug
Yeah.
I just shouldn't. I feel, I'm not
Well,
going to
it
die,
goes
but I feel like I shouldn't.
It goes from shouldn't to where you definitely 100% can't. It hurts.
Yeah. You would die.
Yeah. I mean, you're still at the age where you can eat an entire pizza to yourself, and it's cool.
Oh, I did that literally before the stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like there comes a point, at some point, somewhere around 30 or whatever, you eat an entire pizza, and it like hurts for a couple days. And you're like, can't do that anymore.
No. Oh, no. That's an ability I really
Things change.
value.
Right?
These high school students still eating entire pizzas? 2, probably. I mean,
Oh, dude.
you're
I
on
used,
the
to,
swim
I used to
team.
put it away when I was growing because, I mean, I grew so fast, so quickly. All right, looks like both people are ready. Let's go and check it out.
The game's starting. Sponsored by Draper Hero Institute.
That's correct. And Viveport and Nexus Link. Big sponsors this season. The first season of High School Heroes League, not to be confused with our little prelim season that we did. Oh, we got some yelling coming in as these guys are going back and forth with the open comms. You'll love to hear it as they go back and forth. This is like similar to having mics on the floor of a basketball game, right, Stealth?
Oh, yeah. You hear all the shoes squeaking. You hear all the players yelling. As we have a 3v3 this time around, which should be a little bit more even of a match. I don't think this is going to end in a mercy rule.
Nah.
Because a 20-point lead is kind of a bit. Oh, That was a headbutt goal right there. I think they were
Yeah.
just exchanging hands there quite a
They-
while, and then the puck just
The
got
King,
booped in
man.
by
The
some
King
flag.
had the clear, but then it got snatched back up by Pineapple and a little knock to the head, and in it goes. Now, granted, when someone's in your bubble, like, I mean, it's a low chance that you're going to stop it. It's kind of a coin flip almost, but feels actually more like 1 in 10. So, as we always say, the goalie's job is to turn 3-pointers into 2-pointers. So he did his job. It's fine. But it didn't look pretty. It never looks pretty when someone rushes you and gets the score in the goal. It just feels bad. We had said before, they're like, you know what, just no stunning inside the bubble. We've tried to come up with all kinds of rules to get around it, but that one he just kind of soft threw it in there, but it was for the 2 points, and that's pretty much what only thing the goalie can do. Once they're inside the bubble and they're basically going to walk it in, action beats reaction. So 9 times out of 10, your best move is just to rush the guy. Because if you act before he acts, as I said, action beats reaction, you have a chance to strip that disc away. It's but it's hit or miss. It's not like a guaranteed thing. But if you just sit there in the goal, it's probably going to go in.
I gotta stop to point out one of Buena Park's players. Is that guy's gamer tag J. Willem Fluxferg?
Yes.
That is the most
That's great, isn't it?
complicated. That is quite the username. I mean, there's quite a few games that J. Willem Fluxferg, my God, it's so hard to say. He's probably hitting the character limit quite often. Trying to get the same gamer tag on every game. Speaking of J. Willem Fluxferg, he's got possession of the puck, tossing it over to Pineapple,
Pineapple, man. Pineapple. He's the Baps. Just call him the Baps.
Pineapple gets the clean inside shot for 2 more points here.
Now-
Buena Park starting off with a strong 6-point lead.
Now, Firebird was letting me know that, they updated it a while back and they made it so that the comms are not open to both sides. So even though the spectator apparently can hear both sides' comms, the blue team only hears the blue team and the orange team only hears the orange team. Man, the Europeans used to really fight over open comms, like how important it was, because trash talking was such an important part of their game, just tilting other players. Going for the backboard shot, and it doesn't connect, but it doesn't matter.
Oh,
he gets the whip
my
through.
God. Did that bounce off of one of the side poles in the goal, and he just caught it back? That was a self-pass into a shot from the back?
That's round and
for
round,
swing.
man. What goes around comes around, as the song
Duffer
goes.
Rangers.
Ask your
now on the board.
dad. Ask your dad. All right, as we get the launch ready to rock and roll, they go down the left tube. He is not in position to get that bounce, though. They can be very difficult to actually get good at those, but it doesn't matter. They got a guy down, and he's going to drop it in the backside. Walks it in. The Baps delivering again.
That's bringing it up to a 6-point lead. That was literally just sinking in 6 meters per second. Again, I don't know what a meter is. I'm an American, but that seems pretty slow. All right, Duffer here with the joust advantage. Are they going to be able to get more points on the board other than these two? Or is Buena Park going to absolutely run away with it? It's like Chronic versus Connor here going for the puck. Will Connor get the stun? No, clean pass. Well, not so clean of a pass. Actually hit an obstacle there. And not quite a 3-pointer. A little bit high.
Get
as
there
that was a
quick.
ding. Bap. Get it cleared? That's a
Oh,
clear.
yeah, it's out. So, what's funny? I wonder if by capitalizing the BAP and Pineapple, he's referring to the K-pop band. It's got to be what it is. Yeah, so we're going to call him Pineapple K-pop. I think that'll be a good way to go, right?
Wait, which isn't that BTS?
No,
What,
no,
what is BAP?
BTS is also a K-pop band, but BAP is also a K-pop band. There's a bunch
Not
of
familiar
K-pop
enough with
bands.
K-pop. I'm sure there are, and each of them seems to have 6 to 20 people.
And
in
each of them, just like the boy bands of the 90s, are all kind of the same. Don't at me.
Seeming to me, yeah. They seem the same to me.
Yeah. It's a cookie cutter thing. All right. So clearly on the Rangers side, they're trying to get to it. It looks like they're going to get a good job as they kind of wait it out. I don't know what that move from the King was. As they kind of have an open goal and kind of get that dinger. Not really a good shot, but it's going to go in and now. There you go. Like once they're inside the bubble 2v1 and you're not really keeping that pressure up, you can just expect the disc to go right on in.
And it's just a little windmill right there, sinking it in. That's another 2 points for Buena Park. They're up 8 and 20, as we learned from the last game. That was a 2v3. 20 is going to be the mercy rule. Let's see if Duffer Rangers, I mean, they do have Joust. Oh my God, someone on Buena Park. Actually, there's all three of them just dove for the disc on Duffer's Joust. And that was a very critical block there by the King. I'm pretty sure that would have gone in.
I recognize both these teams' names from the prelim season, so this isn't like these guys' first foray into Echo Arena. So it's not completely unexpected that these guys would go against each other in the losers bracket. But, I would expect to see a little bit heavier fighting. Now these guys have access to coaches, and this would be like their second time around playing. And so they're really, I don't know if it's nerves or what, or maybe it's the first round. It could take some time to warm up. But the Rangers really need to step up that pressure. So it looks like Buena Park's doing a really good job of just controlling every zone they pass through.
Yeah,
Ooh,
over here
that launch.
on the Duffer side, that was such a quick
Backboard.
launch. We got a goalie in. That was a dinger. That would have been 3 points, but Chronic there able to pick it up.
Pineapple went for that three-pointer off the backboard, and he got backed up, though. Chronic was just waiting. He's like, if you miss, I got it.
Yeah, that was so close. That was a dinger, and then just sink it in. Just missing 1 point, but 2 points on the board. 3 points would have been nice, but they're up 10 now. That's halfway to a mercy rule. And we'll see if Duffer can get back on the board on their just.
Ooh, great launching.
Park guys are so fast. They launched in, and then when they overshot it, just launched back. That's a 2-pointer right there.
That's a fundamental skill. It's a fundamental skill now for Echo Arenas to be really good at stacking up and re-grabbing so you can move at insane speeds. If your team isn't doing that already, you're going to get torched by those who can.
Yeah, they did it twice in 2 radically different directions very quickly. That just means the comms are on point for these players because you do need your teammates to do those reguards. As they go again, all 3 of them just flying towards this. Buena Park's so aggressive, and they still manage to get control. That's not quite going to be in. They do have King in net to prevent this long shot from Chronic. Is Chronic going to get it off the back? No, just a little bit.
No, he needs to practice those backboard shots a little bit better. You want to aim for those black diamonds. You want to increase your chances of getting the shot. He's going to go, the King with the steal, but he's got to get rid of it. Ooh, yes, because he was getting hassled by the entire Buena Park team. As Buena Park just, the stack and regrab, those guys have been practicing. Clearly, Chronic and Pineapple have got the speed that they need in order to keep running up the scoreboard. And I'm not seeing a lot of that come from the Rangers. I don't see any of them having guys that are great at the stack up regrab. I'm actually not even seeing them stack up at all. They have like 100. The King is going 100% goalie time, which is like when you first start playing the game, it's something you do, but it's not really something you do later on. Oh, what was that? Somebody got cocky.
Shoot him.
I think that was just being too cocky is what that was.
It juked him and then juked himself because that could have been 2 points on the board easily. There's the King overextended out of the goal.
Nice passing
This is going to
play.
be a clean shot from Chronic.
Backboard
that
shot
was so
off the
clean, but it was blocked by the King.
Yeah, that was a great shot. So it was pass, and then off the backboard for the three-pointer. Just the King actually was ready for it because that's his job, converting those three-pointers into two-pointers.
Oh, yeah, in that case, 0 points. That could be a clean backboard shot. No, just a little bit off of the triangle.
Get rid of it.
Middle there.
Come on, guys. This is what the Rangers need to be doing right now.
Be taking another shot here off the back. No, a little too low that time. This is going to be a goal right here.
Yeah, you can
right
feel
off the
it.
Bottom.
You watch enough of these, you just feel when the goal's actually going to go in. You're just positioning and stuff like that. You're like, yeah, there's no stopping that.
Yeah, that was going to be very difficult to grab right off the goal. I mean, there's such close quarters right there. There's a 5-meter throw distance. Was that like 15 feet?
When you have so many shots on goal like that, at some point you're like, just get the disc and get rid of it. Give us a chance to regroup. Nice. Immediate grab. Goes for the right tunnel. Another off-the-top shot to get the further guy in the backfield who's not in a good position, but it doesn't matter. He gets the recovery. Well, God, he was in position for the recovery, but he wasn't able to get it. Let's see if he can get themselves a backboard shot. Backboard shot would be the way to go. Whoa. Oh, this is a very, very slow pass.
Oh, nice. Understand.
Not what you want to do, as it looks like Buena Park's going to get the recovery and the clear. No, they're going to keep control of the disc. Nope. I misspoke there as they fight it out in midfield. And the disc is self-pass off the ramp.
Ooh, that's definitely going to be in position of Buena Park here. Is King going to be able to stop it off of the goal again? Actually, Connor is going to steal it away. Pineapple grabs it back. 2 people in goal. The pass to Chronic. They got baited out of the goal there.
Well, he had to leave the goal. That's like his only choice once in the bubble. But when they were in that down bottom corner and King was like in the goal, that would have been a great opportunity for King to actually rush the disc and go for the clear. But he was doing what a lot of us do when we first start playing this game is like, I got to get to the goal because no one's covering it. which is not a bad play. But when you're kind of outgunned this way as they are, and when the disc is on your side, your primary motive has got to be get that disc and get the hell out of here. And he's doing a great job. Nice block.
Incredible. That was 2v1 right there. I was almost certain that was going to get Pineapple. Not quite getting the backboard shot.
And
Didn't get the backboard there,
Wags got a hand on it, but he didn't really give it a good whip to clear it out. He kind of just gently tossed it. And the King needs to explain to Wags and Connor. He's like, we're getting torched out here. If you touch that disc on our side, just whip the living crap out of it. I don't care where it goes. Just throw it hard.
Ooh, not quite clear as it hits one of those center obstacles there. Buena Park is just moving so quickly, stacking on and off of each other, that they should be able to clear this one out. If you just look at the mini map, in the bottom right, they're moving. Those orange dots are much faster.
Yeah, it's Pineapple and Chronic.
Look at that.
That's the regrab. Yeah, Pineapple.
That was like 5 regrabs there.
Yeah. That's the way you do it right now. As many as you can do. You can go lightning speed. But Pineapple and Chronic have clearly been practicing their timing on stacking up and getting their regrab boosts. So they're doing a great job of that.
Oh, the King might have been a head block right there, but Chronic can really pick it up. Not quite cleared. Let's take it in from that 2-point line. Buena Park is 2 points away from the mercy rule.
Head block's a very important thing that people kind of don't realize when they're playing the game. That when you're stunned, you can't grab the disc, but your head still works, and you can pop that sucker with your head. You can also use your head to knock the disc right out of someone's hand, which is very useful if you've been stunned and you're within position. You can just kind of jump or hop in place, whatever it takes.
Yeah, you can move around.
Yeah, it's like your body still physically moves, so do a little bit of what do they call the room scaling it. Within reason, there are rules.
Yeah, don't be playing outside in a football field. I mean, the Wi-Fi would probably be terrible there, so that might not even be too much of an advantage.
Not if you got yourself a 100-foot Ethernet cable and hooked up a Wi-Fi bridge by Nexus Link.
That might actually help, and then you'd have 100 feet to sprint around.
You'd be really tired. It's already a very exhausting game to play Echo Arena, man. This is one of the first VR esports games that we learned that we need to keep water and towels up next to the computer while playing. It can be very exhausting.
I think that's going to be it there. I think there were a couple seconds left on the board, but Buena Park activating the mercy rule at 20 points. They're going to take the first game in this best-of-3 series. So Duffer, they seemed all right at the start. They got 2 points, but just nothing after that. I mean, that was from 2 to 20 points, I think, on Buena Park's side. As a lot of scoring going on from Chronic and Pineapple. And my favorite, J. Willem Fluxford, coming in with a couple extra points to round it out to make it 20 more points than Duffer on that mercy rule. We're going to get into game 2. As Duffer's got to play faster. They need to start stacking and rotating the opposite sides of the map much faster because Buena Park's possession time, I didn't quite catch it there when Pesky brought up the
stats came up real quick.
It's got to be way higher.
Was a teacher of the gamer actually said that 41 stuns, but we're like 41 stuns for who? Pesky's giving us all of a 2 second to see the stats. He has a button for it, but we're not getting it. It's just anybody's guess. There's actually tools built into Echo Arena that lets you to hook into a WebSocket, and at some point I could just let him run that tool and it'll communicate it to a thing that we could just pull up on our own to take a look at. But until then, we got to imagine what the stats are.
I'm pretty sure Buena Park's possession time and shots on goal was miles higher than Duffer's.
Yeah. They had so many opportunities to get the even higher score than they already had. This regrab is they're doing that move again where they jump around on the guy. I didn't.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
That is the silliest looking 2-pointer I've seen, but that is a 2-pointer, baiting someone off of the mid shield there.
Yeah,
and is just walking it right past King on goal.
You got to knock out his boat.
That's free.
You knock out the boat first. Don't go for the guy wiggling around. Knock out what he's holding on to, and then he loses his ability to do that instantly. And when he loses his ability to do that instantly, he'll be like raising his arm and wonder why he's not moving anymore. And in that opportunity, you can get a double stun. That's why people don't really do that in pro play anymore. It's more of like a show-off move to show that the other guys can't do anything to stop you. It's kind of a gag. But yeah, it's fairly easy to defeat. You just got to actually defeat it.
Oh my God! Pineapple literally stole it.
Joker Train. Thank you, AMKS. I could not remember what it was called. It was Joker Train. I know it was Joker who came up with it. But yeah, thank you, AMKS.
That rotation was so unbelievably fast. That went from literally stealing it out of Duffer's hand to a rotation to a goal in 5 seconds flat.
Pineapple is not having it, man. The Baps. The Baps is back. And he's saying, this is my disc now. I'm going for that money.
Oh my, there they are again, literally trying to steal on Duffer's joust
God, was
advantage.
all three stacked up? Yeah, man. I mean, if you have two people on your team that can stack and regrab like nothing else, just hold on for dear life and see what happens.
Wow, they even got a shot from midfield on blue side there for the 3 points. They're already up 7 points. We're not even a minute into the game. And Buena Park is really showing their dominance here. I don't even know how they got down here into the losers bracket. Who put these guys here?
Well, they've been working pretty dang hard apparently on these regrab boosts, so this is a very good move for them, and it will actually get them, at the very least, it'll probably get them a bit higher. I don't know. I wasn't looking at the bracket to see who they lost against. I'm going to assume they probably lost against Pasco. Pasco not being able to fill the whole team, but we didn't see a lot of regrab boosting coming from Pasco either.
Maybe because they didn't have a lot of people to regrab boost off of.
Well, I mean, you really only need two people on the team that are excellent at it. It's nice if everyone can do it because, then you can field like a real team. But if you have two guys that have just practiced really good at just playing on top of each other the whole time, you're a very dangerous player when you do that. Oh, got baited out, and down he goes. The Baps with another score.
That may have been the
it was
the
Pride
longest...
got him. You mean Joker? Yeah. So Buena Park lost to guys who essentially were the original masters of the regrab boosting. While everybody was experimenting with regrab boosting, the guys who are on L Pride, who we'll see later, they were going faster than anyone actually thought possible, and being incredibly brutal with it. And it looks like Buena Park has also been practicing the same move.
Oh yeah, if you want to take home the big first place prize pool, you're gonna have to be able to move quickly around the map. There they are again. Everyone on the orange side in
it's
the
not
blue
stop them.
Circle.
Oh, King with the grab.
King.
Get rid of it. You got a man on it. Oh, it goes for the shot.
I think he got stunned right
Double
there.
stun,
That may
yes.
have been a stun trade.
Yeah, that was a stun trade for sure, but it gets the clear at the very least. Buys them some time to get at least 1 point on the board. Yell as much as possible,
here?
indeed.
Pineapple sounds like we're getting the clean clear. All of that bounces off the backboard. Doesn't look like it based off the mini map, but that'll be a clean self-pass 3-pointer. Not quite.
Not the
Pesky
camera
clips through the wall, Pesky.
Oh.
And that's 2 points.
They just I've done that. I've literally done that in Echo Arena when it was just like, it's been a late day and we're just brutally killing somebody and they just kind of stop fighting back. And I just slowly I just look at the disc and slowly put it in.
That's literally like Poon Anders puts his baby into the crib at night.
Yeah.
That disc was
I've seen people do that too, where they pet it and they lay down with it like it's a pillow. There's a lot of fun ways to throw it in there.
Yeah, the cool thing with VR esports is you can't lock emotes behind VR dances. If you can do the dance in real life, you got that dance available in any VR game you play.
That said, you can actually get an emote to display on your face in this game.
That is true.
That's one of your many options, just like skins. It's like now, apparently, they're having a clear discussion about what to do next.
Somebody Chronic just...
Oh man, somebody said private comms, but I'm beginning to not believe that.
Who knows? Maybe these private matches. I mean, they could all just be in a Discord channel yelling at each other, and we're just hearing the feedback.
Oh well, that's entirely possible as well. As they go for another walk-in, the Baps just gonna say, let's end your suffering. Let's end it right now. A lot of blowouts today.
Yeah, that's 13-0. That's 6 minutes left on the board. If Duffer decides that they want to stack and grab, then maybe they can go 15-13 and get the reverse sweep. That would be super hype. But as of right now, the orange team just going to come flying in as they always do at the start of every Duffer joust. Just absolutely shoot in, trying to steal the puck from them. As that was a pass to Pineapple. Just right into his hands there.
Yeah, Baps needs to play left-handed now. That's just the only way to make it sporting.
The Kings had some great goalie moments, but good goalie plays. You're gonna need some clean shots. As the King again, just clean goalie plays could clear it out here. Just surrounded by the orange players. Watch Buena Park rotate here in the bottom right. They're their dot's just going to come flying across.
Go for it.
We almost had a shot there. But
Yeah,
Chronic
action beats
grab.
reaction. You wanted to do it immediately. Don't wait for them to move. If they are already moving, you're not going to react fast enough. That's just the nature of just human reaction time and server latency.
Ooh, baby going to bed. What's he going to do this time?
Just take your time. Wait for just let him come
Wait
take it
for
from
everyone
you.
to come show up. Oh, almost pulled it out of his hand there. But when you're on the back of the goal, just floating there.
At
watching
this
him come
point,
in.
I would have just laid it on the top of the goal and just let them come and get it. I've done that before too, where I've clearly outclassed people playing it, and I would just bring the disc and just kind of lay it on their goal. I was like, it's here. You can come. You can bring it back anytime you're ready. Yeah, I just want to keep playing.
Actually, this time, Buena Park not all diving straight forward, but they are going to be the first on rotation here.
I mean,
Certainly
that would
gonna
be
go
a
in one of
move
their
too.
heads.
You're this far ahead. You clearly got the advantage. Instead of going for the disc, just try to run up that stun counter. There's lots of ways you could play this if you clearly got the other team outclassed.
Oh, yeah, maybe Pesky will show us how many face punches have landed for each team.
It'd be
As
funny if
Jay
it actually was
Willem
broke down that
Fluxford.
way. Going for
Nice
that
pass to
three-pointer.
Chronic getting the shot. That was a dinger.
Yeah, he did a wind-up, was trying to get him an extra fast three-pointer, but it just wasn't going to work out for him. You can throw it fast enough outside that bubble that it is very hard to stop. But you can hold that grip button down and kind of wiggle your hand around, and hopefully you grab it.
That's going to be a clear, perhaps. No, Connor gets the grab. Are we going to see Duffer get on the board? Not quite, as Pineapple is certainly going to clear that through the left tunnel there. And watch the mini map. They come flying, and that is absolutely their goal.
Just hold on to
Duffer
it.
is just Duffer was mid map by the time they were ready to go, and just gonna tap that one in from a 0 meter per second disc speed.
You got to
Zero
got to grab this three-pointer. Put him to bed. Then we'll watch DHS. Who's DHS again? Dunbar. Watch Dunbar try to take on 2 members of Pasco and see if Pasco can stay alive.
Hopefully they found their
Ooh,
teammate
the
by now. I
speed.
mean, I know it has been 2 hours, but
It's like you see him coming, you've just got to ditch the disc. You know they're going to take it from you. That's like pretty much the move in this game when you're clearly outclassed. Just keep flinging it. Don't even hold on to the disc. Make them go after it.
King got a good steal there, but the re-steal from J. Willem Fluxberg is that not even off the backboard.
The tilt is getting kind of strong. You can hear it coming across the microphones. As with any competitive esports game, once you get tilted, you've lost. Like there's no way to come back once you're tilted.
Yeah, you try not to let it snowball. Like you can make some silly mistakes, but not snowballing is a skill in and of itself. If this is going to be a 3-pointer that goes in, that's going to end the game. But it's not.
So
Just
close.
a little bit.
He's got another
lower
chance. He's got another chance. Yeah. That's the thing though. Is like you want to kind of just wrestle those feelings back because it will prevent you from winning. It's just the way the game works. The people that Stealth and I know just over years and years of being esports casters, the guys who always win are so
What is happening?
freaking untiltable. They're just like crazy chill.
I didn't know what was happening on that island
Get rid of
above
it.
the shield
Get
there.
rid of it. Get rid of
King,
it.
you got to get that out, bro.
Oh, what happened? His arms just went nuts.
If there might have been some lag going on there, or someone dropped a controller. That was kind of crazy.
It's always fun. Just throw your controllers on the ground and watch your arms stretch out.
Oh, no. It deflects off of a barrier up top there.
I think Echo Arena is
Will
one of the
we
only
get it?
games where they stretch your character out to conform to your dimensions.
Oh, not quite far enough to the right to get off the backboard here. They can't let them sink this one, and that's a little bit too far to the right. Because Duffer's going to be out if they get this 3-pointer. They're already down an entire game. They get shut out here, and that's going to be the end of this match.
Oh, as the Wiggles go, they got it. They actually learned from their mistakes and decided, hey, you know what? If they're going so fast, they're stacking up with the regrabs. Why don't I just stack up on them? And then they just stole the disc at the opportune moment, which is not a bad idea. If you can hold on to them, get up there and grab the disc and then get a double stun. They are just not letting go. They live on top of each other right now. He can get that double stun. He gets in there. But remember, he has to hit the. You have to hit the train first. He was trying to go after the guy with the disc because you hit the train first, which basically pauses the ability to be silly for the rider.
Yeah, stop the boat.
Yeah, 100%. Stop the boat. You can't grab him anymore. It immediately makes you let go.
All right, you guys in the audience, got to watch this mini map here because Buena Park's going to come flying at this disc. Look at that.
like a bullet out of a gun, man. These guys are just lightning. And it's all three of them, too. Yeah, well, there's no reason to just, like, protect your side of the goal because it's not like if they score, it's going to really cost you anything.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, Buena Park puts the disc in, 2-pointer, 3-pointer. That's literally going to end the game. They have 2 minutes to do so, and they've been scoring every 30, 60 seconds.
William Fluxford with just an unnecessary stun in the backfield there. It was like, it was unnecessary to punch that guy. he was posing no threat. Let him be. It looks like Chronic is going to get the winning goal.
Oh, and that's it. This baby's going to bed. Stick him in the crib, round back, and that's going to be it. Buena Park activating the mercy rule at 21 points. And that's going to be it. They're going to take the series 2-0 very cleanly. Dunfer only getting 2 points that entire time.
Jesus, look at the stuns.
76 stuns!
Unnecessary roughness. 120 stuns total for Buena Park across
Is that assault?
both rounds. Yeah. Call the ASPCA. This was not cool.
I don't think I've stunned 76 people across 3 games. Hold on, guys. Sorry, the mailman.
The mailman.
Yeah, it's Sunday. You
You
know
gotta walk like all the way across your room to get into frame.
Sorry, I was back holding. I was filing a police report because that was brutal.
Well, your signal actually got kind of laggy, brutal too, but it's okay. We're going to take a look at the how this changes the bracket. As you know, Pasco did not win against Concord. Concord actually is going to go up and play El Pride on Friday, and Pasco is going to go around against DHS. Buena Park against Duffer. Buena Park actually ends up advancing, and they're going to end up playing the winner of DHS versus Pasco on Friday as well in our semifinals match. So we can't wait to see that. Do a little dance for me, Stealth, to see if you're alive now. Okay. Like your internet was like angry for a second there. I didn't know what was going on. It was doing like the robot dance.
I don't know what you're talking about, internet, because I'm over at your house. So
that's
right.
I can.
Oh, I just dodged it.
Yes. Those of you just tuning in, I am Poo Nanners. This is Stealth Shampoo, and this is what are we doing again? High School Heroes. That's right. It's High School Heroes, brought to you by the guys over at High School Heroes Esports League, hsvrleague.com. If you want to join the Discord, go to chat.hsvrleague.com. If you ever want to watch this channel again, twitch.hsvrleague.com, or just subscribe to the channel, follow whatever it is you want to do. This is all made possible by our friends over at Draper Hero Institute, with sponsorships from Viveport and Nexus Link. So they're helping us out. And we also have tons of partners that are helping make this a thing as well. You got Antlion, you've got Cloudhead Games, Starcade Arcade, Live, Fixed, who are providing the music, V-Respawn, it's the studio we're in, VR Esports Brazil. Correct me if I left someone out. I think there's like 8 of them. Well, there's like
quite a few people.
There's sponsors and partners, but some of the partners are also sponsors at the same time. Viveport and Nexus Link do both of those things. Speaking of things that they do while we're getting ready for our next match, let's talk a little bit about Viveport. Go ahead, Stealth. What do you know?
Viveport, I mean, $8.99 if you subscribe for a year. That's everything. Like, they give you so many VR games. I feel like if you played one VR game every day for a year, I don't even think you get through all of them. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of games out on Viveport.
Plus, if you played a different game every day for a year, the cost savings would already be like there. It would be ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't believe it's $8.99 for a year.
The monthly subscription is less than the monthly subscription is less than the cost of a game. Yeah.
Than one game.
Yeah.
So if you're playing VR, you want access to a bunch of different games. Maybe you want to try something out before you buy it to keep it permanently or recommend it to a friend. Scuba Viveport works with pretty much every headset that you can find under the sun.
And if you want to understand how Viveport works, they have a 14-day free trial that you can try out, or you can win a 6-month subscription from Cutie Pop and our friends over at Outrun Digital. Thanks to Viveport for donating those codes. Just hit up Cutie Pop, say like, how do I enter that? How do I get a piece of that action? Let me get that 6-month subscription and try Viveport across all my VR headsets, depending on how many VR headsets you have.
Yeah, I've seen Cutie Pop out there in the chat giving away codes to things like Space Slurpees and other various games, maybe some Cloudhead stuff. I heard there's swag being given away, and that's swag that's so exclusive, even the casters don't have it. So
Well, even the
I have to
casters
check,
don't know
see
what
if
it
I'm
is.
really good. Yeah, I don't even know
It's
what
a
it is.
secret.
It's Cloudhead stuff is what I've heard. I don't know if it's Pistol Whip. I expect you to die.
Uh-oh.
What is that old game? Wilson's Heart? Was that it?
Yeah. I've got some possibly good news that is exciting to hear and might be part of that underdog story we all need. But I have heard that Pasco may actually have 3 because Common is home now. Or Commons, I believe is the name he goes by. But he's home.
I think that's
He's
a
just-
great adjustment to
updating the
strategy.
game. yeah, adjustment to the strategy. 2v3 wasn't working out, but 3v3 might work. We'll see. Granted, those players, they might be tilted and like they might be angry at him. And if they go into this angry and tilted and upset with him, they'll lose. You don't want to play tilted. You need to say, you know what? Hey, it's your parents' fault. You weren't driving. You're probably not even old enough to drive. Like it's okay. We're just gonna win our way back, and it'll be fine. Like that would be the move, right? But they need to have that discussion up front where it's like, let's just get hyped up. Let's be cool. We can take DHS. We've been in this before. DHS is new. We can do this. Like that's the kind of conversation you need to have. And they're like, and let's just play. Let's just be aggressive. I was like, but then
Artemis
again,
got points. Artemis scored some points last game, even down a player. It was not an absolute blowout. I mean, it looked very one-sided, but it wasn't an absolute blowout with the third person on the field to stack off of and shoot shots. It's 50% more people on their team now. That's gotta be useful.
So right now, Cutie Pop, the way he's giving away his 6-month Viveport code is he just wants one person to tell him when Lone Echo 2 will be released. It's like, just tell him that. Give him that information when Lone Echo 2 will be released in the chat, and he will give you that 6-month subscription. And no one's figured it out yet. Granted, I mean, you would hope that whenever you're like giving away codes that you're like somehow it's like better, really like pretty letters or a whole bunch of emotes or something to like draw someone's attention to it. Because it really just kind of looks like he's just asking the question. But yeah, he's like, just tell him when it's gonna. I would like literally just Google it.
I actually don't even know.
I don't either.
It's got to be late this year, right?
I've seen the
I feel
trailer
like
and it was on the trailer, but I don't know off the top of my head right now. I wanted to play
certainly
it.
has to be late this year.
I wanted to play it because I really enjoyed Lone Echo 1. I did like their launch event for them. And I like quickly played through the game. I'd already been playing Echo Arena through all the betas, so like being able to maneuver around in Lone Echo, I was zipping through that game. But I was kind of just sort of like going with it and kind of ignoring the story and not really paying attention to it, and like, you know, how the actors were really putting a lot of effort into it. I was just blowing it off like I do with a lot of games when I'm trying to get through them. And I didn't realize that they were playing a psychological game with me, and they were like front loading into my mind the psychology of this player and like who that player is. And it was just getting programmed in my brain until there was a turn in Act 2 where like something happens to the main character and they ask for your help, and immediately I go into panic mode. I am that robot character that I'm playing as. That person is my best friend, and I'm the only one that's out here for her. And I just lose it playing that game. I get so immersed in just the way the story is done. And the developers told me that they rewrote the script like 1,000 times to try to make it do that. And that their tweaking to that was to make sure that every time their QA staff played it, that they had that emotional turn. And so I was like, well, job well done, because you hijacked my brain and I was not even like trying to pay attention to the story. And so
they have.
hope they deliver on Lone Echo 2. I really do.
Yeah, state-of-the-art motion capture there. I mean, if you notice, what a lot of games will do is put sunglasses or, not animate faces or anything like that, or they'll have like a text box with a moving, like 2D person to get around mapping someone's face. And in that game, I forget what the female protagonist is that you're with, what her name is, but
Olivia.
She's
Liv.
Olivia. That's right. Yeah, her face is fully mapped. Like,
Yeah.
it's a real
Well,
person.
she
Looks
looks at
real.
you too, like her eyes follow and she pays attention, but it's not in a creepy way. It's really funny because like there's only so much they can do graphically. So when you see like screenshots of it, she doesn't look all that great. But when you see it in VR, she feels real, and her interactions with you, how like, you know, you're kind of just grabbing on her being stupid or whatever, trying to like get for the memes, whatever kind of gif you're doing, then she'll swat you off. It's like, cut it out, man. And it's so real, the interaction, that it almost becomes like, I mean, she becomes a friend, and you believe that you have like this long time friendship. It's hilarious. It's good stuff.
It is
All right,
immersive.
if anybody's wondering why my eyeballs are looking like this, I'm literally watching Pesky's feed in order to see when he's ready to
Me
start
too.
the match. So he's like over there
Pesky,
pressing.
come on.
He's pressing the spectate button. He's just like ready for the guys. He's like, I'm just playing with it. We're going to see if they're going to get ready to launch.
Let's go, Pesky. I'm looking at the monitors too.
Well, Pesky is going to have to take his headset off in order to actually go into spectate mode. All right. Both teams are not ready. We're going to be ready for the ready up. This is going to be Pasco versus Dunbar. And it looks like Artemis and Walker have that common boy. That's his name. It's a new addition to the team. I don't recognize his name from last time. But he is able to make it. Hopefully he's warmed up and ready to go. Ready to rock and roll. I'm not sure, but we'll see.
I mean, there's some good wrist exercises you can do in the car. You know, get your shoulders loosened up, and then a sprint to put on your Quest 2 and play some games.
And if you're a pro player and you want to help these guys up their game, head on over to hsvrleague.com and see if you can find some of that contact information and say you want to be a coach. You want to help these guys out and help teams improve their game. Clearly, Buena Park has been getting some serious coaching. Because that is, they were on fire. And, God, what was the other team? Concord Carlisle, too. Really up in their game from what I saw from them in the preseason. So, really dialing it up there. And we need as many coaches as we can get. We have a whole bunch of coaches right now, but, you know, can always use more. Looks like the match is ready to kick off. People are loading up in the tubes.
Pesky.
So let's take a look.
I'm looking at Pesky. All right, so a major development. There are 3 people on each team this time around.
Well, you know what? This is an interesting strategy switch. We'll see if this actually works out for them. I have high hopes, but it really depends on their change. Right now, it looks like they're already going to get the 2 points. Oh, nice stop coming in from Terra. Terra's having none of that. He's like, we might be new to this game, but we have been playing and practicing. And this guy's got the goal figured out. There's only a handful of guys in Echo Arena that inside the 3-point bubble that they can stop shots with consistency. One of those people, Dash, man, for years, just unstoppable inside the bubble.
Huge 2 points from Artemis. Artemis, during that last shutout, was the only one to score points. It was a complete shutout, but it was very one-sided.
Artemis is an old pro. Artemis has been playing in VRML for a bit, so he's an old pro, so he's got it on him. But, you know, so the skill gap in the preseason was pretty big, but they're catching up pretty dang fast. That said, amongst the people in the preseason, Artemis has a lot of skill and strength on his side when it comes to playing this game. So you're going to see a lot coming in from Artemis, but he's taught Walker King a lot. I do not know how much they've taught Common Boy because I've not seen him play that I can recall. So we're going to see how they deliver on this one, but hopefully they end up giving us a better show here. It looks like Dunbar also came to play, though. Early on, they had a great stop, a great clear. The match has just begun, though, Stealth, so we're going to hold our judgments for a minute.
Oh, yeah. It's only 2-0 right now, not 10-0. I think like it was that last series we watched at the 1.5 minute mark. These games can sometimes, if just one team is stacking and one team's not, just be absolute blood. It's a common bro, the common boy.
Common boy.
It's like, be the same thing. Common bro, common boy.
Is that common boy?
If you had a sibling, it could be the common bro.
All right, we had a good layup there that did not work out. He just didn't see it coming. This is one of those things you have to practice. Oh, backboard shot, misses the diamond by an inch. Goes for another shot. That common boy sinking it inside the bubble. Now, this is one of those things, like you see it a lot in the guys who play a lot on teams whenever we were first coming up doing pro matches, is that you just get a feel for where your teammates are going to be, and so you can just toss the disc without looking, knowing he's going to be there. And I can see that that Pasco doesn't quite have that energy yet. I don't think Dunbar has either that energy where you just know where your teammate's going to be. But the funny thing about tuning yourself to playing where you know your teammates are going to be is that people who got that specific, when they would play randoms, they were hot garbage. Like they were useless because their minds would just throw the disc where their teammate was going to be, but they're not playing with their teammates. It was funny to watch how bad they were at randoms after being so like finely tuned in team play. Well,
Artemis
Toasty's not on your team though, Artemis. Well, Artemis is like, you know what? I think he was doing a self pass and worked out for me. I got my 3 points.
That was clean.
Yes, it was.
That was absolutely clean right now. Artemis actually just kind of floated the disc from the middle inwards.
I
even went for a block there.
I wonder if Artemis like accidentally passed it to Toasty, or if he literally passed it to Toasty knowing what was going to happen. I don't know, man. That was a crazy move.
Just got
Ooh,
it back.
nice
Oh
rush.
my God, the speed!
What was that spike, though? Doesn't matter. They're going to get it in, but still. Oh, showboating.
Artemis going for the windmill in.
That's that's conquered angry. That's what Pasco's feeling. When you get conquered by conquered, it makes you a little ragey.
I'm thinking that whole have 3 people on your team thing is working out for Artemis.
Yeah, Artemis is feeling a lot better about himself right now. They're gonna rush
Common
it again.
Boy, not too shabby too.
Ooh,
Also
that
scored
Common
a
Boy
goal.
showing-
That was almost a nice underhand throw.
I feel
right
like
there.
that Common Boy heard me saying I didn't know much about him, so he wanted to deliver, and then he came in a little too cocky and bounced off that force field, and now he's like, I know they're going to talk about me now, dang it. It's okay. It's okay. It's the very beginning. You got plenty of time to show us what you got, Common Boy. Nice snatch and turnaround off the ramp. Nice pass to Artemis. Artemis just wasn't there for it, but it went right through him. Like, I guess he just, this is where you got to really pay attention to where your teammates
we're
are.
spidering. We a spider out here.
Yeah,
Didn't
dude.
even get stunned.
I love floor
The
jukes.
pass.
The only thing better than floor jukes is ceiling jukes from upside down players. Not all upside down players this time around.
I do think Artemis has their Z-axis on. I did see them fly sideways a little bit earlier. So that's another 2 points. 11 points on the board. 11-0. Yeah, 6:40 left on the timer. Pasco might be able to just run this one through with 20 points and call that good.
Yeah, I know. Well, also this looks like Pasco is finally going to get that comeback they needed. I mean, they were favored to win that match.
Oh my God!
Ouch.
Where did you come from?
Ouch. That was mean. That was mean. That was unnecessary, guys. That's 5 yards back for unnecessary roughness. Now, but yeah, I mean, they were favored to win that match between Concord Carlisle and Pasco. It was a rematch of what we'd seen before, but we expected them to win. So I'm sure that stung having to play 2v3 and actually losing to it. Who's hanging out in the back?
Oh, you guys can't. Dunbar can't. You guys can't leave the tube that slowly.
Well,
With
he was
what
doing
we
a
just saw
launch.
from Pasco, you gotta go places. That's a great midfield intercept from Artemis there.
Yeah, Artemis is going to juke
I
on the
think
ceiling.
I think we're seeing some spidering.
He was doing a ceiling juke. I swear they've got to be hearing what we're saying because they're literally reacting to things that we've said.
Yeah, like I
man.
said, the Z-axis controls are on. Artemis upside down. I guess there's no real right side up. It's
I know, but you look at the camera orientation because the spectator camera doesn't rotate upside down. So from the camera
That'd be
orientation, it
nauseating.
makes sense. That would be nauseating and an interesting choice. Oh, off the backboard. I thought he was going to get it, man. I really did.
Oh, this is 2 points right here.
Yeah, they're
Artemis
just
has
being
got
mean
it.
now.
Oh my God! You don't have to do them like that. They have families.
Yeah, and in all fairness, this was happening to them so brutally in the previous match that they're just like, we gotta get our shots in.
Yeah.
It's like these are why they banned showboating and spikes in college sports or what have you. That said, it's really fun to watch.
I think it's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
families.
my God! They came out.
No.
That's just a 3-point. I literally blinked.
Yeah,
Boone
I
Anderson.
wasn't actually
literally-
looking either. I looked at the chat and then realized someone scored, and I'm like, oh, oops.
Yeah, me too. I was looking at the bottom right, the mini map. I wanted to see how fast they were going. I actually physically blinked.
Here
and
comes the
didn't know
mercy.
where they were.
They're gonna mercy in a
Yeah,
very
this
short
is
amount of
it.
time, but they don't get to that. They've at least stacked up on the disc and getting rid of it. Not a healthy way to get rid of it. You don't want to toss it down to that corner.
Yeah.
Common
yeah.
wants
They
to get
weren't
on the
even
scoreboard.
pressured. I think you could have waited a little bit longer. Oh, Common
Hmm.
Boy, just a little bit too wide there. But this might be it right here. All 3 orange players in net. No.
Common needs to
teeter
stretch his
out.
legs. He's tired from being on the road so long. Wasn't able to get that
Oh,
shot. Uh-oh, Dunbar going to get on the scoreboard. Looks like they got a lead on the disc. No, the stack up and down. They've got it. They've got the recovery. They're not going to bother to clear it. No, they are going to go for the clear. Ooh, ugly clear from Artie Boy.
That was a really clean grab, though, predicting where it would come off the wall and just picking it up. That was really nice.
You don't have to play for too long to get a good idea of a good feel for disc prediction, knowing where it's going to bounce and where it's going to end up going, or knowing when it's going to have a bad bounce. Although I've heard that bad bounces don't happen as much anymore. The devs have cleaned up some of the funky corners.
Oh, is this going to be it? Is this where Pasco shuts it down for the first game? The best 2 out of 3 is Common Boy going to get it, and that's
Who was he
that
passing
looked
to?
pretty easy to block, but you didn't even need it to be blocked.
I guess they decided that Common Boy is going to get his warm up in the first round.
Oh,
Going for those
back over on the
regrabs.
blue side. Is
Getting those
Dunbar going to
boosts,
get themselves back?
getting the knockout, getting the recovery, going to go for the clear? And he does go for no. That is not how you clear. These guys
not the
are
clearest clear.
These guys are having throwing angle problems. Common Boy though, getting one at least a little straighter than he has been throwing. His angling has only been slightly off. So he's going to be the straighter shooter.
No, they all missed it. Artemis had possession for a second. Are we going to see a shot or a pass
yeah, it's going
here?
in right here.
That's going to be it. Oh my
no,
God!
He got the stun. That's one of those ones where you could feel that it was going in. So that stun is very surprising.
Yeah.
But here we go. Nice
Oh,
stop.
that's it.
He
That's
stopped so he could
certainly
slowly
it.
put it in.
The slam dunk there. The 20-0 Pasco. I mean, it happened to them. You gotta pay it forward, you know.
Well, at the very least, considering that it's just been mercy after mercy today, at the very least, there was enough time for those previous matches that Common Boy doing all the stunning this time around. Apparently, he's the enforcer. Artemis getting all the points. And possession, yeah, that's the way we thought we were going to see possession.
What it looks like.
but
shots taken, just out of the water too. They're all going in, and they're taking most of them.
Yeah, but at least it took long enough, those blowout matches, or at least the one in between, for that Common Boy to show up and to give us this split. Now, considering how rough this matchup is going, I am kind of curious if Pasco asked Common Boy to just kind of sit in the launch tubes for one volley just to see. It's like if they could have just done this 2v1, because I kind of wanted to see that game. Not going to lie. But I didn't want Pasco to go out like that. As hard as they've played, to have to go out that way would have sucked.
Yeah, it sucks to lose the winners bracket even. I mean, at least you have that buffer. You're down in losers. But ideally, you don't go down to losers.
Nice.
Let's watch Pasco here.
So
They're going to come absolutely flying.
I don't know if 10 Minds took the time to type that into the Twitch, or if someone is on his account and typed into the Twitch. But evidently, it's not supposed to be 10 Mindso, but someone already took 10 Minds. But it's like, that's when you just put like a 1 or an X.
Dunbar on the
Nice
field.
stop.
Oh, my God.
I thought they were going to get on the board, but Artie was having none of it.
No, beautiful block by Artie there.
As aggressive as Pasco is playing and as high scoring as Pasco is playing, do they really need to protect the goal? Just let them get the points. You're going to get more, right?
Dunbar going to get the first 2 points there. Picking it up off the backboard, just guiding it in slowly. And what does a Pasco joust advantage look like? We're about to find out. That disc might just go straight in from.
I'm not.
Right
yeah, you're right. We haven't seen that.
Leaving
they're just going to walk it.
Tube.
They're going to walk it.
Yeah,
he's just
they
going
know
to duck.
Dunbar's not super aggressive.
Yeah, he's doing that duck business. Now he's going to slowly let it out in front of him so he can headbutt it in case he gets popped. And he's going to go for a backboard shot.
Off the back, not clean enough.
Yeah, Artie's got to work on that long game. They got to rush him if they want to stop it.
Did Common Boy get stuck in the tube, or are they really trying to play that 2v3 right now?
You know what? I didn't know. I don't know. I was not paying that close attention to see if Common Boy's back there.
Common Boy's in the tube. He didn't leave. He was chilling.
I heard them say something about casters, and I told you I swore that they were listening to us talk. Let me watch. Okay. No, okay. Common Boy's just hanging in the backfield. He's just hanging in the backfield.
Oh, the dinger.
All right,
see if we can get the shot in from Walker here off the backboard.
Walker, Artie, they're slow playing. Not a lot of stack up. Looks like they're playing actually a little spread out, a little bit more respectful play here. See if they can get themselves a layup. Toss it over to Walker. Walker, walk it to Walker. No,
he's faking him out. Oh, Tara just goes for it.
Were they doing a clock rundown? Was that the move? That's a classic Eclipse move where just, in the final days of a game, just like, I'm just going to hold on the disc and let the clock run down.
That's a lot of clock to run down.
It is a lot of clock.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean it's a little early. It's a little early to do clock rundowns, but I don't know, man. I don't know what the plan was there. Maybe it was just like they figure out what else we can do. We got to keep this entertaining. We already had like one blowout. Or we've had it's nothing but blowouts today. Artemis is like, I'm going to show you guys how to be sporting when you clearly have the advantage here. That would actually be really good for them to say, when you 2v3'd us, you weren't cool, but we were cool about it. Walker walking it in.
Now Walker's just going to sink that one easily.
Okay,
Goalie really couldn't do too much.
I do want to see them leave Common Boy in the tubes. I got to see a 2v3.
I saw it happen earlier, and
I'm gonna
if they're
confirm it
listening
this
to
time.
us, they might do it again.
I'm going to confirm it this time, and I'm going to like procast the whole thing like it's freaking out of control.
No,
Okay.
they're all leaving. They all got
Aw.
places to be today.
Yeah, they all got things to
Missed the
do.
disc.
All right, disc going on bounce. It looks like Walker was ready for it. Walker's going, approaching the tunnels and goes to pass to Artie. Artie looking for a nice clean shot. Mail slot. No, he's going upside down. What's he going to do? This is an interesting position.
Juking right now.
Yeah, that was a very interesting position choice for Artie. He's like rotated and pitched and yawed. He's looking like he's doing the moonwalk right now.
They get the steal there. Artie
Oh, there
got
it is. You
again?
got a free shot. Take it, take it, take it. Tell me you can 3-point, man. You got a mail slot.
That's
do
a
it.
that's a 3-pointer right here.
Yeah.
That's easy. That's one of the ones you just float forward, shot, put it in. There's no way to miss it.
You don't
No
even have to
one's
throw it
pressuring
hard.
you.
You like literally hold it in front of your face and just give it a slight push as you aim right down the pipe.
There's a chance that Pasco flies in and just grabs it out of the air, but
Yeah. Well, you got to count on your teammates to let you know they're stacking up and they're boosting towards you, so they start letting you know. People do like a lot of red and green on that one, red, yellow, green, or red, green, depending on the speed of play, letting you know how much time you have to walk it in or just get rid of it. Because you don't have a 360 field of view. You can't watch your back. And here comes another score off the board.
that's a
In
nice
it goes.
pass.
The Common Boy.
Getting
That's a
on the
beautiful
board
pass there
today.
from Artie. Yeah, Common Boy just sinking that one straight in, making up that the deficit lost point that they got. They're not Pasco. I feel like they're not used to losing points. It looks like when they have all three members on the board, so they had to get that one back quick. Those are really
Well,
fast.
I remember
goals.
last season there was like they went never giving up a round until like the very end. One team took a round off of them. They were a little just teensy bit salty about that. All right, Pasco getting on the disc, getting the recovery. Dunbar starting to really step it up a little bit. That or Pasco maybe letting off the gas. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they're not as angry as they are. This is also, I mean, whether or not it's legitimate, this is something that we see in VR esports a lot. That if you get a blowout, the other team will kind of play sloppy. A la Naruto style, where they just underestimate somebody. I've seen blowouts
See what
go
they can
back
get
and
away
forth. I watched between it was Eclipse and the top EU team, and it was like they were trading sides between who would essentially mercy the other team. It was crazy how it flipped night and day between the two guys. So it can go
Walker
any
there
which
with
way.
Those 2 more points. Pasco, I don't know if they're just taking it easy on Dunbar here, or if
That's
if
right.
Dunbar's really made a comeback. But Pasco, they're making their lead safe.
Yeah, so
They can't start losing until 2 goals.
yeah, Chronic was
Dunbar
reminding me
side.
that.
Oh my God, he just stole that.
Oh, just mean.
That was just rip it out of their hands and chuck it in there.
The Common
Easy
Boy.
3-pointer.
Yeah, so Chronic was reminding me that it was Buena Park actually who took a round off of them, and the way Buena Park was playing today, I don't think it'll just be 1 round this season that they'll take off of them. I don't know. They're not going to get a chance to meet each other again, I don't think. But still, whoa, just out of
Are
a
we gonna see the
shotgun.
exact? No, not the exact same thing. There's some stuns going out there. One of the Pascal players got punched in the face, though. We didn't just see another 5-second sink.
That's a good thing to do, though. When you see the shotgun attack coming at you, put those fists out in front of you and hope their heads hit it.
Yeah, they put head to fist instead of the more typical way.
Yeah. Well, generally when someone's doing the shotgun attack, they're going for the disc. They're not going for the stun. You really kind of got to gauge for how the other team plays. If they're always going for the stun, then you literally just protect your head and just kind of aim your head at
that's
the fist.
easy. Common Boy had a really nice back shot there, but it bounced off the middle of the board and not the triangles. That's
Artie's
not
going
gonna
in
be-
for a
Artie's
clean
gonna
one.
give the sink this?
Yeah, he had like
That
2
was literally
people
a
on him.
1v3.
Here it goes.
Oh, Common Boy with the recovery, 2 points. Yeah, Artie was literally covered in Dunbar team, and so Common Boy was just able to pick that one up and put it in.
He was covered in Dunbar team. Nice.
He's covered in those, all 3 of them.
He wasn't. They weren't covering him. He was covered in them. I like it.
Covered, just pile it up on him.
Yeah, somebody says, "Hey, who are you? Did they
Hey,
did they forget
Where'd
that there's a
that?
disc?"
Whoa! You guys forgot
Don't
the
do
disc,
it. Don't
bro.
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, that was like.
It'd be
some
funny if he
super
just got
hot
on the
bullet
goal and says,
time
"Hey,
there.
you guys left this."
Yeah, I think the critical mistake there was no one grabbed the disc.
Humiliation.
I didn't mean
I
it,
think
guys.
you
I just had to
guys-
say it. It's just funny.
Yeah, you gotta do. Gotta do. it.
Don't leave the disc, guys. Come on.
So, someone grab it on the way out. Literally, only one person has to do it.
Oh, but it was a stacked up, guys. You don't want your stackers to grab it. You want one guy to grab it and just slap the ever living crap out of it while your stackers go to the other end to retrieve it. It's so disheartening to see like two guys that are stacked up and boosting like no one's business, and one of them grabs a disc and they just come to a dead stop.
It looks like Artemis may be able to get this clear here. That is a clean clear. Oh my God, that was a clean clear.
That's that ramp shot,
I've never
man.
seen one.
We figured that out like the first week of the beta. You don't see it a lot
Yep.
anymore because it's so easy to protect that shot. But if you're gonna leave it open, man, go and take it.
Just right off the backboard, 3-pointer from midfield. I mean, it's just a clean angle. And already got it.
Chronic, I don't know that you will. Both Buena Park and Pasco have been eliminated once. No, Buena Park's never been eliminated, right? They're not in the lower bracket. So yeah, you probably will. Yeah, I think that's likely, Chronic. All right, so Dunbar trying their best to hold on the disc and going for their own backboard shot. Got to aim a little bit lower than that. Got to aim for those black diamonds. Looks like they might get the recovery. Oh, get a recovery to a swat, but passes it to literally no one is there. And Pasco's a bit quicker of a team, so they're going to get that disc first, and they're going to go for the clear. It is ugly in the middle, but the clear is successful, and they're stacking up. As you can see in that bottom right map, they're going to get there way before. No!
Oh my God, they're in. And it's free. Already not able to showboat on that one. They did have Dunbar right behind, but that's an easy 2-pointer. That was a fast stack right there. They came in. They were so far behind distance-wise, but speed-wise, I mean, they got there.
Yeah, so after this round, I 100% need to go back to look at the bracket because I'm so confused about who is where.
Yeah, we'll have the next games up on Friday, I think it is.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Someone needs to, Cutie Pop or anybody who's in charge of things, someone needs to head over to the bracket and actually fill out what's recently happened so we can see it. For whatever reason, Dunbar kind of just paused there.
It does look like we have a loss of a teammate here on the Dunbar side.
Someone dropped
Lost
out?
2 teammates.
Well, while they dropped
it's
out,
the old Pasco.
and they're going to try to figure out what's going on there, and they'll reset the match, which is no big deal. They do it all the time. Let's take a look at this bracket again so we remember where we are. So it was, oh, that's right. Okay, so it's Concord Carlisle that hasn't gone on the loser's bracket yet. So Buena Park is waiting for whoever the winner of this match is. And Buena Park, as you saw earlier, very aggressive team from the preseason. We're the only team to take a round off of Pasco before. Clearly, they've gotten a lot better. And this is going to be one hell of a match to catch on Friday. Concord Carlisle versus El Pride. I mean, Concord, they're a strong team. I think Pasco was actually the ones that were favored to win that match if they had fielded all three. So I got a feeling that's going to be an unpleasant beating. We'll see between El Pride and Concord Carlisle. But Buena Park and Pasco, which will happen later that day, the last match on Friday, I think that'll be the one to see how hard they come and bring it. All right, let's get back to the match.
Oh, yeah, we got everyone reconnected. I saw that DHS there was using the old Pasco strategy, not having a full team of 3. It's not a strategy I recommend that much, but
Yeah, maybe they're not. Maybe they're not coming back. They're just going to run the clock out. I mean, they're continuing playing. They didn't stop.
They might. I'm not sure what the official rules are. If we get a ref in here,
can we get a ref over here? Well, I'm going to wait for Stealth to walk his way back to his camera, and we're going to tell you all about our sponsors.
I have to get the mail.
You got to get the mail. I haven't come back to cameras yet. I'm just waiting for you. But we're gonna.
I'm back.
That's
the mail.
That's a more professional way for me to do it, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about our sponsors while we wait for these guys to reconnect and figure out what's going to happen. That, or they're just going to go through with the match and just finish it off since it's like over. Maybe they rage quit. I don't know.
It could have been. I think it was a disconnect based off of. I think I saw Titsara in the chat saying that that was going to be a disconnect on their side.
All right.
At the Draper Hero Institute.
That's right. This broadcast brought to you by Draper Hero Institute and our friends over at Outrun Digital, helping out these Title I high schools to help build this VR esports league and getting it off the ground and doing really well. Right now, they're at 18 schools across 12 states. If you want your school to get involved, head over to the next thing I'm going to show you, hsvrleague.com, and join the Discord and see if you can find out how your team can get on board with this. and get yourself some headsets and have yourself some fun time. You're going to need to get some coaches, though, because the skill gap is getting wide between the newbies and the oldies.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell who's been showing up to practice and who's been sitting on the couch eating Cheetos.
Hey, man. Cheetos is the breakfast of champions. Okay, so anyway, one of our other sponsors, Viveport. Check out viveport.com to get yourself an Infinity subscription that allows you to literally have access to their giant library of VR games for the low price of $12.99 per month or $8.99 per month if you get yourself a year in advance, or you could win yourself a 6-month subscription for Cutie Pop. Try it out for 14 days free. This allows you to play a whole bunch of games from their library without having to pay for them. It's kind of almost like you're streaming the game, so to speak. Very nice service, especially if you want to check out games. You're a kind of person who doesn't sit there and just live in one game all day long. There are people who do that. Like if you're an Echo Arena player, you live in one game all day long. But it's a free game, Echo is, so you don't really have to worry about it there. And
a lot of games.
Our other sponsor, this would be Nexus Link. Nexus Link, check them out at nexuslinkusa.com. These guys specialize in high-end networking equipment, especially their Wi-Fi gamer bridge that you can use to give yourself that 5 gigahertz connection on a dedicated radio line that you need to do Airlink, so you can actually stream your PC VR games directly to your Quest or Quest 2. Getting the right kind of Wi-Fi with the kind of speed and bandwidth that you need across your LAN is difficult to do if you're not a tech expert, and these guys take all the guesswork out of it. So be sure to check them out.
Yeah, Cutie Pop tells me it's Karen proof. You'll be able to figure it out and put it together.
Yeah, so it looks like they're actually trying to figure out. They're like, well, I mean, they won, to be honest, but are we forcing a rematch of the whole round, or just making them play 3 points, or I don't know. I need to.
We're 3 points away from a mercy rule, so I feel like it'd be fair if they scored 3 points in a fresh round. That pretty much would be it. I don't think it's.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the plan is. So we're waiting on an official or a referee to decide if they're just going to go ahead and call it. I think probably the idea is just to ask the Dunbar guys, is like, did you want to play those last few points, or do you just want to let it go? Clearly, Pasco had that one in the bag. They had a lot to prove, and Lord knows they were angry having to have it. They basically had to give up that elimination against Concord Carlisle because they could have gone the whole way through, which would have guaranteed them a third place or maybe even second place in this one. And now they've got to fight for it. Like literally, they can't afford to lose one. So and then they're going to be playing against Buena Vista. Is that the name? Let's take a look. I forgot again. Buena Park. Sorry, I don't know why I thought Buena Vista, but going up against Buena Park, and that might be a tough match. I mean, Buena Park, they weren't better than Pasco before, but they're doing the same regrab stacking and very cleanly that I don't see Pasco's advantage anymore. And from these shots, I was watching Pasco try to take long shots, and they didn't have a lot of guys with very good aim. But Buena Park, they were nailing their shots. So that's going to be a real close match. I can't really call it now. Like, it asked me preseason, I'd have easily given it to Pasco, but that's going to be a tough one, man. I have no idea who's going to win that one.
Not to mention, we have a scary upper bracket in El Pride there. Those guys, we haven't seen them play on this stream, but those are the Joker players, and I've seen them play before.
Oh, El Pride? Oh, yeah. That's gonna be brutal. Now, it's not the whole team because they all have to be from the same high school, and there's some rules. And they're seniors this year, so this is literally the last time they can play because they've already technically graduated, but we're playing like summer season, whatever. And so they have a third guy that I don't think is actually from the Joker team. It's from the school, but it is somebody who has played a lot before. So as you can see, when it comes to stacking and regrabbing, you only need 2 people who know what they're doing. So you think you've been seeing speed today. You're going to see some absurd speed come Friday. That is whether or not they feel like they need to do that kind of speed. I mean, these guys are used to playing 4v4 against like guys that are in their like late 20s and early 30s, like, you know, much older players, people with multiple championships under their belt. They're used to going toe-to-toe at the top. So, and 3v3 is, for their perspective, is kind of easy mode since they're so used to doing 4v4. So I'm not entirely sure what that's going to look like. Now, it's also entirely possible that they come in too cocky and then like a round gets taken from them. Could happen. We'll see. I've seen it happen. All right,
Man,
so
they are playing best 2 out of 3, so hopefully they don't lose 2 of those rounds. Do we have an update?
Yes, the officials have
Where are the
called it.
children?
The officials have called it. Pasco have ended up winning that one. So that is going to be it for our broadcast here. And we're going to see you guys again on Friday. Be sure to check in the chat for any giveaways that are left that Cutie Pop is looking for answers to questions so that he can give away the many, many things that we have been gifted by our various partners this time around. We're going to see you guys again Friday. Stealth, send us home, man.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to our sponsors, Nexus, the High School VR Esports League, Draper Hero Institute. I'm trying to name them all from memory because I don't have cards like Poonanners. Who am I missing? Viveport.
Yeah, that's it. Nexus Link, Viveport, Draper Hero Institute. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Yeah, you could have slid me the cards over.
But then there's also all the partners as well, and that's your Antlion Audio, your Cloudhead Games, Starcade Arcade, VR Esports Brazil, V Respawn. Oh dang, I'm blanking.
Live.
Oh no, Live and Fixed Gaming.
Yeah, for the music.
I believe that's all of them.
Yeah,
I know I'm leaving somebody off, and they're going to be so mad at me.
Well, it'll be on the end screen, right? Hopefully. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to follow the Twitch channel so you know when we're going to be back, which will be on Friday.
For more completely brutal matches. I'm really looking forward to that Buena Park Pasco match. All right, see you guys later. Want to say goodbye?
See you guys.